All right, preface. The preface of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. The history of the tablets translated in the following pages is strange and beyond belief of modern scientists. Their antiquity is stupendous, dating back some 36,000 years BC. The writer is Thoth, an Atlantean priest king who founded a colony in ancient Egypt after the sinking of the mother country. He was the builder of the Great Pyramid of Giza, erroneously attributed to Cheops. In it, he incorporated his knowledge of the ancient wisdom and also secreted records and instruments of ancient Atlantis. For some 16,000 years, he ruled the ancient race of Egypt from approximately 52,000 BC to 36,000 BC. At that time, the ancient barbarous race among which he and his followers had settled had been raised to a high degree of civilization. Thoth was an immortal, that is, he had conquered death, passing only when he willed, and even then not through death. His vast wisdom made him ruler over the various Atlantean colonies, including the ones in South and Central America. And now that I found out that Thoth is, also Quetzalcoatl, and finding out the stuff about Quetzalcoatl and what I believe Quetzalcoatl built Aslan, which is the rock wall, which Aslan also means Atlantis. God, it just makes sense why a Council for National Policy member would have a 3.5-ton granite stone with hieroglyphs on it in his house that came from the ancient rock wall in Rockwall, Texas. Huh. Yeah. Man, oh man. Now you see why I'm onto all this stuff now, don't you? My goodness, folks. Never thought those two things would intersect. Boy, I was wrong about that. When it came time for him to leave Egypt, he erected the Great Pyramid over the entrance to the great halls of Amenti. He placed in it his records and appointed guards for his secrets among the highest of his people. In later times, the descendants of these guards became the pyramid priests, by which Thoth was deified as the god of wisdom. The recorder, by those in the age of darkness which followed in his passing, in legend the halls of Amenti became the underworld, the halls of the gods where the soul passed after the death for judgment. During later ages, the ego of Thoth passed into the bodies of men in the manner described in the tablets. As such, he incarnated 3 times in his last being, known as Hermes, the thrice-born, Hermes Trismegistus, yeah. In this incarnation, he left the writings known to modern occultists as the Emerald Tablets, a later and far lesser exposition of the ancient mysteries. The tablets translated in this work are 10 which were left in the Great Pyramid in the custody of the pyramid priests. The 10 are divided into 13 parts for the sake of convenience. The last 2 are so great and far-reaching in their import that at present it is forbidden to release them to the world at large. Really? Now, I didn't know that. So the last 2 tablets, let me get this straight. The last 2 Emerald Tablets of Thoth are so great and far-reaching in their import that at present it is forbidden to release them to the world at large? I'd like to have you release them to me then, please. Let me decide if I can handle it or not. Let me decide if, it's too big for me to wrap my mind around. Please challenge me. Blow my mind. Let me see what you got. Go ahead and give me those last 2 tablets. Let me decide for myself if you're going to blow my mind. I think not. Go ahead and let me have it. However, in those contained herein are secrets which will prove of inestimable value to the serious student. They should be read not once but 100 times, for only thus can the true meaning be revealed. A casual reading will give glimpses of beauty, but more intensive study will open avenues of wisdom to the seeker. But now, a word to how these mighty secrets came to be revealed to modern man after being hidden so long. Some 1,300 years BC, Egypt, the ancient Chem, was in turmoil, and many delegations of priests were sent to other parts of the world. Among these were some of the pyramid priests, who carried with them the emerald tablets as a talisman by which they could exercise authority over the less advanced priestcraft of races descended from other Atlantean colonies. The tablets were understood from legend to give the bearer authority from Thoth. The particular group of priests bearing the tablets immigrated to South America, where they found a flourishing race, the Mayans, who remembered much of the ancient wisdom. Among these, the priests settled and remained. In the 10th century, the Mayas had thoroughly settled the Yucatan, and the tablets were placed beneath the altar of one of the great temples of the sun god. After the conquest of the Mayans by the Spaniards, the cities were abandoned and the treasures of the temples were forgotten. It should be understood that the Great Pyramid of Egypt has been and is still a temple of initiation into the mysteries. Jesus, Solomon, Apollonius, and others were initiated here. The writer, who has a connection with the Great White Lodge, also works through the pyramid priesthood, was instructed to recover and return to the Great Pyramid the ancient tablets. This, after adventures which need not be detailed here, was accomplished. Before returning them, he was given permission to translate and retain a copy of the wisdom engraved on the tablets. This was done in 1925, and only now has permission been given for it to be, in part, published. It is expected that many will scoff, yet the true student will read between the lines and gain wisdom. If the light is in you, that's a very powerful statement. If the light is in you, the light which is engraved in these tablets will respond to you. Wow, I like the sound of that. Now, a word as to the material aspect of the tablets. They consist of 12 tablets of emerald green, formed from a substance created through alchemical transmutation. They are imperishable, resistant to all elements and substances, and in effect, the atomic and cellular structure is fixed, no change ever taking place. In this respect, they violate the material law of ionization. Upon them are engraved characters in the ancient Atlantean language, characters which respond to attuned thought waves, releasing the associated mental vibration in the mind of the reader. The tablets are fastened together with hoops of golden-colored alloy suspended from a rod of the same material. The wisdom contained therein is the foundation of the ancient mysteries. And for the one who reads with open eyes and open mind, his wisdom shall be increased 100-fold. Read, believe or not, but read. And the vibration found therein will awaken a response in your soul. In the following pages, I will reveal some of the mysteries which has as yet only been touched upon lightly either by myself or by other teachers or the students of truth. Man's search for understanding of the laws which regulate his life has been unending, yet always just beyond the veil which shields the higher planes from the material man's vision. The truth has exited, ready to be assimilated by those who enlarge their vision by turning inward or outward, not outward, in their search. In the silence of material senses lies the key to the unveiling of wisdom. He who talks does not know. He who knows does not talk. The highest knowledge is unutterable, for it exists as an entity in lanes which transcend all material words or symbols. All symbols are but keys to doors leading to truths, and many times the door is not opened because the key seems so great that the things which are beyond it are not visible. If we can understand that all keys, all material symbols, are manifestations and are but extensions of a great law and truth, we will begin to develop the vision which will enable us to penetrate beyond the veil. All things in all universes move according to law, and the law which regulates the movement of the planets is no more immutable than the law which regulates the material expressions of man. One of the greatest of all cosmic laws is that which is responsible for the formation of man as a material being. The great aim of the mystery schools of all ages has been to reveal the workings of the law which connect man and the material and the spiritual. The connecting link between the material man and the spiritual man is the intellectual man, for the mind partakes of both the material and immaterial qualities. The aspirant for higher knowledge must develop the intellectual side of his nature and so strengthen his will that it is able to concentrate all powers of his being on and in the plane he desires. The great search for light, life, and love only begins on the material plane, carried to its ultimate, its final goal, its complete oneness with the universal consciousness. The foundation in the material is the first step. Then comes the higher goal of spiritual attainment. In the following pages, I will give an interpretation of the Emerald Tablets and their secret, hidden, esoteric meanings. Concealed in the words of Thoth are many meanings that do not appear on the surface. Light of knowledge brought to bear upon the tablets will open many new fields of thought. Read and be wise, but only if the light of your own consciousness awakens the deep-seated understanding which is an inherent quality of the soul. Heavy stuff there. Yowza. So that's a preface of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Here we go. Tablet number 1, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I, Thoth, the Atlantean master of mysteries, keeper of records, mighty king magician living from a generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amenti, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after these records of the mighty wisdom of the great Atlantis. In the great city of Kior on the island of Undal, in a time far past, I began this incarnation. Not as the little men of the present age did, the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from aeon to aeon did they renew their life in the halls of Amenti, where river of life flows eternally onward. 100 times 10 have I descended the dark way that led into light. As many times as I have ascended from the darkness into the light, my strength and power has been renewed. Now for a time I descend, and the men of Chem is alchemy in ancient Egypt, and the men of Chem shall know me no more. But in a time yet unborn I will rise again, mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me. Then beware, O men of alchemy, if ye have falsely betrayed my teaching, for I shall cast ye down from your high estate into the darkness of caves from whence ye came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon you. Remember and heed my words, for surely I will return again and require of thee that which you guard. I, even from beyond time and from beyond death, I will return, rewarding or punishing ye as you have requited your trust. You sound familiar here? Jesus is coming back. He's going to come back. And if you ain't got your shit together, he's going to kill you. Sound familiar? Alien gods going around setting themselves up, telling everybody that they're, the all-powerful, getting them to worship them. Great were my people in the ancient days, great beyond the conception of the little people now around me. It means humans by little people. Knowing the wisdom of old, seeking far within the heart of infinity, knowledge that belonged to earth's youth. Wise were we with the wisdom of the children of light who dwelt among us. Strong were we with the power drawn from the eternal fire. In all of these, greatest among the children of men was my father, Thoth, keeper of the great temple, link between the children of light who dwelt within the temple and the races of men who inhabited the 10 islands. Mouthpiece after the three of the dweller of Unal, speaking to the kings with a voice that must be obeyed. Grew I there from childhood into manhood, being taught by my father the elder mysteries, until in time there grew within the fire of wisdom, until it burst into a consuming flame. Not desired I, but the attainment of wisdom, until on a great day the command came from the dweller of the temple that I be brought before him. Few there were among the children of men who had looked upon that mighty face and lived. For not as the sons of men are the children of light when they are not incarnate in a physical body. So when they're not in a physical body, they're just light beings. Sounds like Pleiadians. By the way, we're referencing that movie Knowing a couple of times in the broadcast. That's what comes down and is taking the kids to see life on another planet, Pleiadians. When they start showing up, it's really not good news for your planet. I've heard people saying they've been seeing Pleiadians, in their dreams of like, that's not good news. These guys only show up when a planet's about to be completely fucking destroyed. Chosen was I from the sons of men, taught by the dwellers, so that his purposes might be fulfilled. Purposes yet unborn in the womb of time. Long ages I dwelt in the temple, learning ever and yet ever more wisdom, until I too approached the light emitted from the great fire. Taught me, he did, the path to Amente, the underworld where the great king sits upon his throne of might. Deep I bowed in homage before the lords of life and the lords of death, receiving as my gift the key of life. Free was I from the halls of Amenti, bound not by death to the circle of life. Far to the stars I journeyed until space and time became as naught. So he's gaining immortality here. Transcending the death of the physical body. That's the real secret of the secret societies, Freemasonry and the rest of it. Is how to gain immortality by being conscious of of how you reincarnate through the learning of these teachings. That's really what it's all about. And the Anunnaki talked about how they had, they did not give man the gift of long life, but they could. And we have that in us today. It's, all you have to do is turn on a chromosome. And boom, you've got immortality. Interesting, there was an article I didn't cover here tonight, synchronistically, yet again. It's just been synchronicity after synchronicity the past couple of weeks with everything. Article from the Daily Mail says, who wants to live forever? Computer models predict that if humans became immortal, it might actually be bad news. A lot of this has been in the news lately, and it seems that they're starting to figure this out. I think they're starting to figure out this key to immortality thing that the ancients knew. Because again, as I've stated many times, we now have a context for what these, the advanced technologies that these ancient texts were talking about. 50 years ago, we didn't. 100 years ago, we didn't. Then, having drunk deep into the cup of wisdom, I looked into the hearts of men, and there I found greater mysteries, and was glad. For only in the search for truth could my soul be stilled and the flame within be quenched. I'm going to get a tattoo of that. Yeah, that's pretty much my credo right there. Wow. For only in the search for truth could my soul be stilled and the flame within be quenched. Down through the ages I lived, seeing those around me taste of the cup of death and return again in the light of life. Gradually from the kingdoms of Atlantis passed waves of consciousness that had been one with me, only to be replaced by a spawn of a lower star. That's heavy. That's heavy. Let me read. Oh, man. Gradually from the kingdom of Atlantis passed waves of consciousness that had that had been one with me, only to be replaced by the spawn of a lower star. This is an interesting statement. That's like, one collective consciousness and everyone in a community or a planet or a world or whatever having the same consciousness, and then that going away and then being replaced with something of much lower quality. That's incredible. In obedience to the law, the word of the master grew into flower. Downward into the darkness turned the thoughts of the Atlanteans, until at last, in this wrath arose from his great Agwanti, the dweller. This word has no English equivalent. It means a state of detachment. Speaking the word, calling the power. Deep in the earth's heart, the sons of Amenti heard and are hearing and directing the changing of the flower of fire that burns eternally, changing and shifting using the logos until that great fire changed its direction. Now, what are they talking about here? They're talking, deep in the heart of the earth. They're talking about the changing the core, the direction of the core, the way the core of the earth spins. That's interesting. Over the world then broke the great waters, drowning and sinking, changing earth's balance until only the temple of light was left. Standing on the great mountain of Endal, still rising out of the waters, some there were who were living, saved from the rush of the fountains. Called to me then the master, saying, "Gather ye my people, take them by the arts ye have learned of far across the waters, until you reach the land of the hairy barbarians, dwelling in caves of the desert. Follow there the plan that you know of." I gathered my people and entered the great ship of the master. Upward we rose into the morning. Dark beneath us lay the temple. Suddenly over it rose the waters. Vanished from earth until the time appointed was the great temple. Fast we fled toward the sun of the morning, until beneath us lay the land of the children of Chem. Raging, they came with cudgels and spears, lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Well, you got to watch that movie, 10,000 BC. You hadn't seen that. It ties right in with that. Pretty interesting. I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't seen it, but then I raised my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them in their tracks as fragments of the stone of the mountain. I love this. Because, what do you cleanse have to say about this now? Here's more translations from ancient texts. These not done by Zachariah Sitchin. And here we have the same stuff verbatim that's in Sumerian text. Break free of your religious priest class programming and understand that this stuff is what they don't want you to know about. If you understand this stuff, then religion has no place. So that's why there's so many disinfo clowns and haters and all that stuff out there. I then raised my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stone of the mountain. Then I spoke to them in words calm and peaceful, telling them of the might of Atlantis, saying we were children of the sun and its messengers. I cowed them by my display of magic science, until at my feet they groveled and I released them. Long dwelt we in the land of Chem, long and yet long again, until obeying the commands of the master, who while sleeping yet lives eternally, I sent from me the sons of Atlantis, sent them in many directions, that from the womb of time wisdom they might rise again in her children. For a long time I dwelt in the land of Chem, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upward I grew into the light of knowledge. The children of Chem were watered by the rains of my wisdom. Blasted I then a path to Amenti, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age as a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. Great grew the sons of Kim, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upwards in soul force. Growing slowly upwards in soul force. That's interesting. As if their souls and their energy gets higher. You know, the vibration higher, the more that they conquer, and it gets higher and higher. Now for a time I go from among them into the dark halls of Amenti, deep into the halls of the earth. Before the lands of the powers, face to face once again with the dweller. That's funny. We have one of the new demigod songs we have is called Earth Dweller. And we always call it the Dweller for short. And I've seen that twice here, the Dweller. Raised I high over the entrance, a doorway, a gateway leading down to Amenti. Few there would be with courage to dare enter it, and few pass the portal to dark Amenti. I raised over the passage a mighty pyramid. Using the power that overcomes Earth's force, gravity, deep and yet deeper, I placed a force house or a chamber, and I carved from it a circular passage reaching almost to the great summit. In the apex, I set the crystal, sending the ray into the time-space, drawing the force from out of the ether, concentrating upon the gateway of Amenti. Other chambers I built and left vacant to all, seeming yet hidden within them are the keys to Amenti. Oh, really? Remember what I talked about last week? I got to find that video again. In just a second here. Great pyramid, a strange sacred door at the top of the half in the Queen's chamber. I'm going to drop this in the chat room. If you get time, watch this. Watch this video. I believe that what you see in that green picture there in that still video, when you watch it, that's exactly what Thoth's talking about here. And if you watch that video, it will show you exactly what he just mentioned there, which is a map on keys of the way to enter Amenti. Well, that's it right there. There's videographic evidence of it. They sent a camera in 1992 and nobody knew what the fuck it was. But that's what it was. Unbelievable stuff. It's right in front of us, and we're not being allowed to see it. That's how you enter Amenti. It's all built into the pyramids. They're gonna destroy those motherfuckers before it's over with. They're not going to let us have that information. I guarantee you the elite are going to destroy the Great Pyramids. They've already hinted about it. Remember Transformers 2? They're not going to let us have the knowledge in there, folks. We've got to get our hands on this stuff before it's too late. Other chambers I built and left vacant to all, seeming yet hidden within them are the keys to Amenti. That's it right there. He who in courage would dare the dark realms, let him be purified first by long fasting. Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber. Then I will reveal to him the great mysteries. Soon he shall follow me to where I shall meet him. Even in the darkness of earth, I shall meet him. I, Thoth, Lord of wisdom, meet him and hold him and dwell with him always. Builded I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of Earth's force, burning eternally so that it too might remain through the ages. In it I builded my knowledge of magic science, so that I might be here when again I return from Amenti. Yes, while I sleep in the halls of Amenti, my soul will incarnate, roaming free, and will dwell among me in men in this form or another, Hermes thrice born. Emissary on earth, I am of the dweller, fulfilling his commands so many might be lifted. Now I return to the halls of Amenti, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. Preserve ye and keep ye the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes toward the light. Surely in time ye are one with the master. Surely by right you are one with the master. Surely by right yet are one with the all. Now I depart from you, Know my commandments, keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light. Now before me opens the portal. I go down into the darkness of night. So that's the end of tablet 1 there. Moving on to tablet 2. Tablet number 2 of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth here. Deep in Earth's heart lie the halls of Amenti. Far neath the islands of sunken Atlantis, halls of the dead and halls of the living, bathed in fire of the infinite all. Far in a past time, lost in the space-time, the children of light looked down on the world, seeing the children of men in their bondage, bound by the force that came from beyond. Knew they that only by freedom from bondage could man ever rise from the earth to the sun. Down they descended and created bodies, taking the semblance of men as their own, the masters of everything said after their forming. We are they who were formed from the space dust, partaking of life from the infinite all, living in the world as children of men, like and yet unlike the children of men. Then for a dwelling place, far neath the earth's crust, blasted great spaces by their power, spaces apart from the children of men, and surrounded them by forces and power, and shielded them from harm, they, the halls of the dead. Built it underground in the earth. Side by side then placed they other spaces, filled them with life and with light from above. They then builded the halls of Amenti, that they might eventually dwell there, living with life to eternity's end. 32 were there of their children, sons of light who had come among men, seeking to be free from the bondage of darkness, those who were bounded by the force from beyond. Deep in the halls of life grew a flower, flaming, expanding, driving backward towards the night. Placed in the center, a ray of great potence, life-giving, light-giving, feeling with power all who came near it. Placed they around it thrones, 32, places for each of the children of the night. Placed so that they were bathed in the radiance, filled with the life from the eternal light. There, time after time, they placed their first created bodies, so that they might be filled with the spirit of life. 100 years out of each 1,000 must the life-giving light flame forth on their bodies, quickening, awakening the spirit of life. There in the circle from aeon to aeon sit the great masters, living a life not known among men. There in the halls of life they lie sleeping. Free flows their soul through the bodies of men. Time after time, while their bodies lie sleeping, incarnate they into the bodies of men, teaching and guiding onward and upward, out of the darkness into the light. There in the hall of life, filled with their wisdom, know not to the races of man, living forever neath the cold. Fire of life sit the children of light. Times there are when they awaken, and they come from the depths to the lights to be among men. Infinite they among the finite men find. He who by progress has grown from the darkness, lifted himself from the night into light, free he is made of the halls of Amenti, free of the flower of light and of light. Guided he then by wisdom and knowledge, passes from men to the master of life. It's almost like a song. It's a rhythmic almost. Guided by he by wisdom and knowledge, passes from men to the master of life. It's almost got, it's got a rhythmic quality to it. That's interesting. You put this stuff to music, does the frequencies of singing this, open the fucking portal to the halls of Amenti? I don't know. Could be. There he may dwell as one with the masters, free from the bonds of the darkness of light. Seated within the flower of radiance sit 7 lords from the space-times above us, helping and guiding through infinite wisdom the pathway through time of the children of men. Mighty and strange, they veiled with their power, silent, all-knowing, drawing the life force, different yet one with the children of men, and different yet one with the children of light. Custodians and watchers of the force of man's bondage, ready to lose when the light has been reached. First and most mighty sits the veiled presence, Lord of lords, the infinite nine. Over the other from each the lords of the cycles. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, each with his mission, each with his powers, guiding, directing the destiny of man. There they sit, mighty and potent, free of all time and space. Not of this world they are, yet akin to it. Elder brothers they of the children of men, judging and weighing. They with their wisdom watching of the progress of light among men. There before them I was led by the dweller, watched him blend with one from above. Then from he came forth a voice, saying, Great art thou, Thoth, among children of men, free henceforth of the halls of Amenti, master of life among children of men. Taste not of death except as thou wilt. Well, that sounds like Crowley. Taste not of death except as thou will it. Drink thou of life to eternity's end. Henceforth forever is life. Thine is for the taking. Henceforth is death at the call of thy hand. Dwell here or leave here when thou desireth. Free is Amenti to the Son of Man. Take thou up life in what form thou desireth. Child of the light that has grown among men, choose thou thy work, for all must labor. Never be free from the pathway of light. One step thou hast gained on the long pathway upward, infinite now is the mountain of light. Each step thou taketh but heightens the mountain. All of thy progress but lengthens the goal. Approach ye ever the infinite wisdom. Ever before thee recedes the goal. Free are ye made now of the halls of Amenti, to walk hand in hand with the lords of the world, one in one purpose, working together to bring light to the children of men. Then from his throne came one of the masters, taking my hand and leading me onward through the halls of the deep hidden land. He led me through the halls of Amenti, showing me the mysteries that are known not to man. Through the dark passage, downward he led me into the hall where sit the dark death. Vast as space lay the great hall before me, walled by darkness, yet filled with light. Before me arose a great throne of darkness. Veiled on it sat a figure of the night. Darker than darkness sat the figure, dark with a darkness not of the night. Before it then paused the master, speaking the word that brings about life, saying, O master of darkness, guide of the way from life unto life, before thee I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night. Call not his flame to the darkness of night. Know him and see him, one of our brothers, lifted from darkness into the light. Release thou his flame from its bondage. Free, let it flame through the darkness of night. Raised then the hand of the figure. Forth came a flame that grew clear and bright, and rolled back swiftly the curtain of darkness, and unveiled the hall from the darkness of night. Then grew in the great space before me flame after flame from the veil of the night. Uncounted millions leaped before me, some flaming forth as flowers of fire. Others there were there that shed a dim radiance, flowing but faintly from out of the light. Some there were that faded swiftly, others that grew from a small spark of light, each surrounded by its dim veil of darkness, yet flaming with light that could never be quenched. Coming and going like fireflies in the springtime, filled they the space with light and life. This is a bunch of souls, like the Hall of Souls. Then spoke a voice mighty and solemn, saying, These are lights that are souls among men. Yep, I was right. growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living through death into life. When they have bloomed into flower, reached the zenith of growth in their life, swiftly then said I send my veil of darkness, shrouding and changing to new forms of life. Steadily upward throughout the ages, growing and expanding into yet another flame, lighting the darkness with yet greater power, quenched yet unquenched by the veil of the night. So grows the soul of man ever upward, quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. I, death, come, and yet I remain not, for life eternal exists in the all. Only an obstacle I am in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken, O flame that burns ever inward, flame forth and conquer the veil of night. Then in the midst of the flames and the darkness grew there one that drove forth the night, flaming, expanding even brighter, until at last was nothing but light. Then spoke my guide, the voice of the Master. See your own soul as it grows in the light, free now forever from the Lord of the night. Forward he led me through many great spaces filled with the mysteries of the children of light, mysteries that man may never know, yet of he too is of a son of the light. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of the light. I knelt then before the great masters, lords of all from the cycles above. Spoke he then with words of great power, saying, Thou hast been made free of the halls of Amenti. Choose thou thy work among the children of men. Then spoke I, O great master, let me be a teacher of men, leading them onward and upward until they too are lights among men, freed from the veil of the night that surrounds them, flaming with light that shall shine among men. Then the voice spoke to me, Go as ye will, so it be decreed. Master are ye of your destiny, free to take or reject it at will. Take ye the power, take ye the wisdom, shine as a light among the children of men. Then upward the dweller led me. I dwelt again among the children of men, teaching and showing some of my wisdom. Son of the light, a fire among them. Now again I tread the path downward, seeking the light in the darkness of night. Hold ye and keep ye, preserve my record. Guide it, it shall be to the children of men. So that's the end of tablet number 2. Tablet 3, the key of wisdom. I, Thoth the Atlantean, give my wisdom, give my knowledge, give my power. Freely I give to the children of men. Give that they too might have wisdom, to shine through the world from the veil of the night. Wisdom is power, and power is wisdom, one with each other, perfecting the whole. Be thou not proud, O man, in thy wisdom. Discourse with the ignorant as well as with the wise. If one comes to thee full of knowledge, listen and heed, for wisdom is all. Keep thou not silent when evil is spoken for truth. Like the sunlight, it shines above all. He who oversteppeth the law shall be punished, for only through law comes the freedom of men. Cause thou not fear, for fear is a bondage, a fetter that binds the darkness to men. Follow thine heart during thy lifetime. Do more than is commanded of thee. When thou hast gained riches, follow thine heart, for all these are of no avail if thy heart be weary. Diminish thou not the time of following the heart. It is abhorred of the soul. They that are guided go not astray, but they that are lost cannot find a straight path. If you go among men, make for thyself love, the beginning and end of the heart. If one cometh unto thee for counsel, Let him speak freely, that the thing for which he hath come to thee may be done. If he hesitates to open his heart to thee, it is because thou, the judge, doeth wrong. Repeat thou not extravagant speech, neither listen to it, for it is the utterance of one not in equilibrium. Speak thou not of it, so that he before thee may know wisdom. Silence is of great profit. An abundance of speech profiteth nothing. Exalt not thine heart above the children of men, lest it be brought lower than the dust. If thou be great among men, be honored for knowledge and gentleness. If thou seekest to know the nature of a friend, ask not his companion, but pass a time alone with him, debate with him, testing his heart by his words and his bearing. That which goeth into the storehouse must come forth, and the things that are thine must be shared with a friend. Thine is, yours. Knowledge is regarded by the fool as ignorance, and the things that are profitable are to him hurtful. He liveth in death, it is therefore his food. That's an interesting statement, as I've talked about many before, them feeding on the negative energy. The wise man lets his heart overflow, but keeps his mouth. O man, listen to the voice of wisdom. Listen to the voice of light. Mysteries there are in the cosmos that unveiled fill the world with their light. Let he who would be free from the bonds of darkness first divine the material from the immaterial, the fire from the earth. For know ye that as earth descends to earth, so also fire ascends into fire and becomes one with the fire. He who knows the fire that is within himself shall ascend unto the eternal fire and dwell in it eternally. Fire, the inner fire, is the most potent force of all, for it overcometh all things and penetrates to all things of the earth. Man supports himself only on that which resists, so earth must resist man, else he exists not. All eyes do not see with the same vision, for to one an object appears of one form and color, and to a different eye of another. So also the infinite fire, changing from color to color, is never the same from day to day. Thus speak I, Thoth, of my wisdom. For man is a fire burning bright through the night, never is quenched in the veil of darkness, never is quenched by the veil of the night. Into men's hearts I looked by my wisdom, found them not free from the bondage of strife, or free from the toils. Thy fire, O my brother, lest it be buried in the shadow of night. Hark ye, O man, and listen to this wisdom. Where do name and form cease? Only in consciousness, invisible and infinite force of radiance bright. The forms that ye create by brightening thy vision and truly effects that follow thy cause. Cause and effect, the, law of attraction. Man is a star bound to a body. That's a profound statement. I know that, what's her name? Alice Bailey gets into that a lot. That's why they're so obsessed with Sirius, Sirius is supposedly the another dimension of reality that the souls can exist in. I mean, Alice Bailey talks about in her book, Initiation, Human and Solar, that once you reach the tip top of the degrees of initiations of Freemasonry on Earth, you can go to the other degrees at which you're only an adept, a beginner, and that takes place on a lodge that is located on Sirius that you can only get to after death. Yeah. Man is a star bound to a body, until in the end he is freed through his strife only by struggle and toiling thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom out into a new life. He who knows the commencement of all things, free is his star from the realm of night. Remember, O man, that all which exists is only another form of that which exists not. Parallel universes. Everything that has being is passing into yet another being, and thou thyself art not an exception. Consider the law, for all is law. Seek not that which is not of the law, for such exists only in the illusions of the senses. Wisdom cometh to all her children, even as they cometh unto wisdom. All through the ages the light has been hidden. Awake, O man, and be wise. Deep in the mysteries of life I have traveled, seeking and searching for that which is hidden. List ye, O man, and be wise. Far neath the earth's crust, in the halls of Amente, mysteries I saw that are hidden from men. Oft have I journeyed the deep hidden passage, looked on the light that is life among men. There, neath the flowers of life ever living, I searched the hearts and the secrets of men. Found I that man is but living in darkness. Light of the great fire is hidden within. We're living in a darkness we don't know we're living in, because we haven't been allowed to know how to make our light radiate and shine in the proper way. Before the lords of hidden Amenti learned I the wisdom I give unto men. Masters are they of the great secret wisdom, brought from the future of infinity's end. 7 are they, the lords of Amenti, overlords, they of the children of morning, sons of the cycles, masters of wisdom. Formed are not they as children of men. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9 are the titles of the masters of men. Far from the future, formless yet forming, came they as teachers for the children of men. Live they forever, yet not of the living, bound not to life, and yet free from death. Rule they forever with infinite wisdom, bound yet not bound to the dark halls of death. Life they have in them, but yet life that is not life. Free from all are the lords of the all. Forth from them came forth the Logos, instruments, they of the power over all. Vast is their countenance, yet hidden in smallness, formed by a forming, known yet unknown. Is that where the known, unknown, known things comes from? From fucking Rumsfeld? You've been hitting the sauce, reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Oh, somebody needs to put that in a song. Hitting the sauce, reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. For is he who loses the power, Lord, he of life to the children of men. Light is his body, flame is his countenance, freer of souls to the children of men. 5 is the master, the Lord of all magic, key to the word that resounds among men. 5 magics. 6 is the Lord of light, the hidden pathway, path of the souls of the children of men. 7 is he who is the Lord of the vastness, master of space and the key of the times. 8 is he who orders the progress, weighs and balances the journey of men. 9 is the Father, vast he of countenance, forming and changing from out of the formless. Meditate on the symbols I give thee. Keys are they, though hidden from men. Reach ever upward, O soul of the morning. Turn thy thoughts upward to light and to life. Find in the keys of the numbers I bring thee light on the pathway from life unto life. Seek ye with wisdom. Turn thy thoughts inward. Close not thy mind to the flower of light. Place in the body a thought-formed picture. Think of the numbers that lead thee to life. Clear is the pathway to he who has wisdom. open the door to the kingdom of light. Pour forth thy flame as a sun of the morning. Shut out the darkness and live in the day. Take thee, O man, as part of thy being, the seven who are but not as they seem. Opened, O man, have I my wisdom. Follow the path in the way that I have led. Masters of wisdom, son of the morning light and life to the children of men. So that's the end of tablet 3 there. Wow, just more interesting stuff from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Another one of these things, you know, when you start reading it, you're like, I can really start to see why they don't really want us to read this stuff, or certainly probably don't like the fact that some Yahoo like me is up here reading it over the airwaves either. But you know what? Fuck them. We're here to do a job. We're here to get information out. We're here to hopefully try and get you to have a newer understanding of this stuff. And I think that only comes with new information and looking at new stuff a different way, and maybe looking at things you hadn't looked at before, or looking at things you did look at before, but with, you know, new eyes and new context. That's the important thing, is always stay on top of, you know, just because you read something 10 years ago doesn't mean that, you know, that you're going to feel the same way about it now. Same way with movies or music or anything, you know. Let's go back and revisit those things after you've grown, and that could sometimes be a yardstick for just how far you've come and how much farther you need to go. Tablet number 4, the Spaceborn. Listen ye, O men, to the voice of wisdom. Listen to the voice of Thoth, the Atlantean. Freely I give to thee my wisdom, gathered from the time and space of this cycle. Master of mystery, son of the morning, living forever, a child of the light. Shining with brightness, star of the morning, Thoth, the teacher of men, is of all. Long time ago, I in my childhood lay neath the stars on long buried Atlantis, dreaming of mysteries for above men, far above men. Then in my heart grew there a great longing to conquer the pathway that led to the stars. Year after year I sought their wisdom, seeking new knowledge, following the way, until at last my soul in great travail broke from its bondage and bounded away. Free I was from the bondage of earthmen. Free from the body, I flashed through the night. Unlocked at last for me was the star space. Free was I from the bondage of night. Now to the end of space sought I wisdom, far beyond knowledge of finite man. Far into space my soul traveled freely, into infinity's circle of light. Strange beyond knowledge were some of the planets, great and gigantic beyond dreams of men. Yet found I law in all of its beauty, working through and among them as here among men. Flashed forth my soul through an infinity's beauty, far through space I flew with my thoughts. Rested I there on a planet of beauty, strains of harmony filled all the air. Shapes there were, moving in order, great and majestic as stars in the night. Mounting in harmony, ordered equilibrium, symbols of the cosmic like unto law. Many the stars I passed in my journey, many the races of men on their worlds, some reaching high as the stars of the morning, some falling low in the blackness of night. Each and all of them struggling upward, gaining the heights and plumbing the depths, moving at times in realms of brightness, living through darkness, gaining the light. Know, O man, that light is thy heritage. Know that darkness is only a veil. Sealed in time, heart is brightness eternal. Waiting the moment of freedom to conquer, waiting to rend the veil of night. Some I found who had conquered the ether, free of space were they while yet they were men. Using the force that is the foundation of all things, far in a space constructed they a planet. This sounds like Star Wars. I mean, the beginning of this was like in a galaxy a long time ago, you know, far, far away. Now she's talking about using the Force. I mean, it's a fact. There's all kinds of stuff that's from occult literature in Star Wars. There's just no denying it. But, I mean, this is pretty blatant right here, guys. I mean, you know, a long time ago, galaxy far, far away, using the Force that is the foundation of all things. Far in space, they constructed a planet, the Death Star, drawn by the Force that flows through all, condensing, coalescing into ether, into forms they grew as they willed. I mean, that sounds like the fucking Emperor, doesn't it? Outstripping in science, they, all of the races, mighty in wisdom, sons of the stars. Long time I paused, watching their wisdom. Saw them create from out of the ether cities, gigantic of rose and gold, formed forth from the primal element, base of all matter, the ether, far flung. Far in the past, they had conquered the ether, freed themselves from the bondage of toil. Freed themselves from the bondage of toil. That means they freed themselves from, because that's what the Anunnaki, remember, just like our listener pointed out, a lot of similarities here with these translations of these tablets. Between the Lost Book of Enki, Sumerian tablets, this, very similar writing here. But the bondage of the toil is the bondage of, you know, that's what they talked about. Humanity to toil in bondage for, you know, for eternity on behalf for the Anunnaki. They formed in mind only a picture and swiftly created, it grew. For then my soul sped throughout the cosmos, seeing ever new things and old, learning that man is truly space-born, a son of the sun, a child of the stars. Know ye, O man, wherever from ye inhabit, surely it is one with the stars. Thy bodies are nothing but planets revolving around their central suns, or heart. When ye have gained the light of all wisdom, free shall ye be to shine in the ether. One of the suns that light outer darkness, one of the spaceborn grown into light. Just as the stars in time lose their brilliance, light passing from them into the great source, so, O man, the soul passes onward, leaving behind the darkness of night. Formed forth ye from the primal ether, filled with the brilliance that flows from the source, bound by the ether coalesced around, yet ever in flames until at last it is free. Lift up your flame from out of the darkness. Fly from the night, and ye shall be free. Traveled I through space and time, knowing my soul at last was set free, knowing that now I might pursue wisdom, until at last I passed to a plane, hidden from knowledge, not known to wisdom, extension beyond all that we know. Now, O man, when I had this knowing, happy my soul grew, for now I was free. Listen, ye spaceborn, listen to my wisdom. Know ye not ye too will be free. Know ye not that ye too will be free. Listen ye again, O man, to my wisdom, that hearing ye too might live and be free. Not of the earth are you, earthy, but child of the infinite cosmic light. I like that. Not of the earth are ye, earthy, earthy. No, you're not of the earth, human. You're a child of the infinite cosmic light. You've been lied to and told that you're a child of the earth and you're from the no. You're a child of the infinite cosmic light. Boy, talk about something they don't want you to know right there. Know ye not, O man, of your heritage? Know ye not that you are truly the light? Son of the great sun, when ye gain wisdom? Truly aware of your kinship with the light? Notice how that, you're the son of the great sun when you gain wisdom. Kept in ignorance, you're nothing. That's it in a nutshell, isn't it, folks? Son of the great sun, when ye gain wisdom, truly aware of your kinship with light. Now to ye I give knowledge, freedom to walk in the path I have trod, showing ye truly how by my striving I trod the path that leads to the stars. Hark ye, O man, and know of thy bondage. Know how to free thyself from the toils. Out of the darkness shall ye rise upward, one with the light and one with the stars. Follow ye ever the path of wisdom. Only by this can ye rise from below. Ever man's destiny leads him onward into the curves of infinity's all. Know ye, O man, that all space is ordered. Only by order are ye one with the all. Order and balance are the law of the cosmos. Follow, and ye shall be one with the all. He who would follow the pathway of wisdom, open must he be to the flower of life, extending his consciousness out of the darkness, flowing through time and space into the all. Deep in the silence first ye must linger, until at last ye are free from desire, free from the longing to speak in the silence, conquered by silence the bondage of words, abstaining from eating until we have conquered desire for food, that is the bondage of soul. Then lie ye down in the darkness, close your eyes from the rays of the light, center the soul force in the place of your consciousness, shaking it free from the bonds of the night. Place in your mind the image that you desire. Place the picture that you desire to see and vibrate back and forth with your power. Loosen the soul from out of its night. Fiercely must thou shake with all of thy power, until at last your soul shall be free. Mighty beyond words is the flame of the cosmic hanging in planes, unknown to man, mighty and balanced, moving in order, music of harmonies, far beyond man. Speaking with music, singing with color, flame from the beginning of eternity's all, spark of the flame thou art. O my children, burning with color and living with music, list to the voice, and thou shalt be free. Consciousness free is fused with the cosmic, one with the order and law of the all. Knew ye not, man, that out of the darkness light shall flame forth, a symbol of all? Pray ye this prayer for attaining of wisdom. Pray for the coming of light to the all. Mighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos, draw my flame closer in harmony to thee. Lift up my fire from out of the darkness, magnet of fire that is one with the all. Lift up my soul, thou mighty and potent, child of the light, turn not away. Draw me in power to melt in thy furnace, one with all things and all things in one, fire of the life strain and one with the brain. When ye have freed thy soul from its bondage, know that for ye the darkness is gone, even though space ye may seek wisdom, bound not by the fetters forged in the flesh. Onward and upward into the morning, free flash, O soul, to the realms of light. Move thou in order, move thou in harmony. Freely shalt move with the children of light. Seek ye and know ye my key of wisdom, thus, O man, ye shall surely be free. Powerful stuff there. Powerful stuff there. Tablet number 4. Man, the more I read this stuff, it's unbelievable. I mean, you can really see where somebody who had access to this information could totally turn this into all the major world religions and into a total system of control. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Very interesting read. Know ye, O man, the harlot, the master, was never one with the children of men. Out of the ether, he called the substance and molded it by the power of Etolon into the forms he built with his mind. Mile upon mile, it covered the island. Space upon space, it grew in its might. Black, yet not black, but dark like the space of time. Deep in its heart, the essence of light. Swiftly the temple grew into being, molded and shaped by the world of the dweller. Called from the formless into a form. Builded he then within it great chambers. Filled them with forms called forth from the ether. This sounds like, it's funny that he's making this sound like this is, I mean, okay, I read a news report from the Rockwall Success newspaper where two of these guys had went down into one of the subterranean chambers, I think underneath where the Rockwall, the old Rockwall courthouse is in downtown Rockwall. And there was this report where they found these two black marble pillars inside of this chamber that shone and shined like something from the Orient, like black granite sparkling. And it's funny they reference that here, black yet not black, but yet black by the dark of space time. You know, I mean, it seems interesting in these different rooms that he built. Well, that's what the rock wall has found to have been. They found within the perimeter of the wall itself, they found room after room of different chambers and temple rooms and all of this stuff, all been covered up. And one of the pictures I saw of Quetzalcoatl, supposedly what Aslan was when Quetzalcoatl created, which was Aslan means Atlantis, was that same exact type of structure. And of course, Quetzalcoatl and Thoth are supposed to be the same person, as well as Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice-born Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus, and Quetzalcoatl. Now, again, Quetzalcoatl was master of two things, crystal working and metallurgy, alchemy. Well, two things have been found that relate to that with the rock wall. Number one, crystals, geopolymer crystals, 3 different types of crystals that don't exist around this area, brought together and made into a polymer that seals and holds the rocks of the wall together. Number two, an alloy wheel, a small alloy wheel that was made of copper, aluminum, tin, 4 or 5 different metals. I held it in my hand, was embedded into the wall. And I just, with that report, I remember reading that report of them seeing these black pillars. It just kind of, caught my attention there for a minute. I'll continue. But this is talking about, building this, and I don't know why. Flashes as he's talking about building this temple using, etherical energy in the ether to create. I don't know why. Just flashes of Rockwall started coming in my head like this is connecting, this is connecting, this is connected to this. I always try to follow those, those little flashes when they come to you, because, I mean, believe me, man, I used to ignore them, but now 99% of the time they're right. Swiftly the temple grew into being, molded and shaped by the word of the dweller. Called from the formless into a form, builded he then within it great chambers. Filled them with forms called forth from the ether, filled them with wisdom called forth from his mind. Formless was he within its temple, yet he was formed in the image of men. Dwelling among them, yet not of them, strange and far different was he of the children of men. Chose he then from among the people 3 who became his gateway. So he chose 3 people to incarnate into. Choose he the 3 from the highest to become his links with Atlantis. Messengers, they who carried his counsel to the kings of the children of men. Brought he forth others and taught them wisdom. Teachers, they to the children of men. Placed he them on the island of Undal to stand as teachers of light to men. Each of those who were thus chosen taught must he be for years 5 and 10. Only thus could he have understanding to bring light to the children of men. Thus there came into being the temple, a dwelling place for the master of men. I, Thoth, have ever sought wisdom, searching in darkness and searching in light. Long in my youth I traveled the pathway, seeking ever new knowledge to gain. until after much striving, one of the three to me brought the light. Brought he to me the commands of the dweller, called me from the darkness into the light. Brought he me before the dweller, deep in the temple before the great fire. There on the great throne beheld I the dweller, clothed with light and flashing with fire. Down I knelt before that great wisdom, feeling the light flowing through me in waves. Sounds like he met the light bringer, doesn't it? What else could it be? Heard I then the voice of the dweller, O darkness, come into the light. Long have ye sought the pathway to light. Each soul on earth that loosens its fetters shall soon be made free from the bondage of night. Forth from the darkness have ye risen. Closer approach the light of your goal. Here ye shall dwell as one of my children, keeper of records gathered by wisdom, instrument through of the light from beyond. Ready by thou made to do what is needed. Preserver of wisdom through the ages of darkness that shall come fast on the children of men. Live thee here and drink of all wisdom. Secrets and mysteries unto thee shall unveil. Then answered I, the master of cycles, saying, O light that descended to men, give thou to me of thy wisdom, that I might be a teacher of men. Give thou of thy light, that I may be free. Spoke again then to me the master. Age after age shall ye live through your wisdom. I win o'er Atlantis, the ocean's wave roll, holding the light through hidden in darkness, ready to come whenever thou shalt call. I love how it talks about the Atlantis as being something that was not just exist one time. The way they talk about that and the reference that they reference that as there being multiple Atlantises. One of our listeners a couple weeks ago was referencing, that movie 2012 as being about the fall of Atlantis, a symbolic allegory for the fall of Atlantis. And I tend to sort of agree with that. And that very well could be what they're talking about here because, John Dee. John Dee, his whole Enochian magic system, Enochian language system, was based on these tablets. That's a fact. So, it does stand very well to reason. I mean, John Dee was telling, Sir Francis Bacon about America being the new Atlantis, all that whole deal. But right there, they reference, because this is supposed to be, this stuff that we're reading here is supposed to be after the fall of Atlantis anyway. So he's referencing Atlantis as being this thing where, it's something that periodically is built and then falls and then rebuilt again. And, it starts all over again. When over Atlantis, the ocean waves roll, holding the light, though hidden in darkness, ready to come whenever thou shalt call. Go thee now and learn greater wisdom. Go thou through light to infinity's all. Long then dwelt I in the temple of the dweller, until at last I was one with the light. Followed I then the path to the star plains. Followed I then the pathway to light. Deep into earth's heart I followed the pathway, learning the secrets below as above, learning the pathway to the halls of Amenti, learning the law that balances the world. To earth's hidden chambers pierced I by my wisdom, deep through the earth's crust into the pathway hidden for ages from the children of men. Unveiled before me ever more wisdom until I reached a new knowledge, found that all is part of an all, great and yet greater than all that we know. We had that in the news tonight, didn't we? Searched I infinity's heart through all the ages. Deeper and yet deeper, more mysteries I found. Now, as I look back through the ages, Know I that wisdom is boundless, ever grown greater throughout the ages, one with infinities greater than all. Light there was in ancient Atlantis, yet darkness too was hidden in all. Fell from the light into the darkness some who had risen to heights among men. Proud they became because of their knowledge. Proud were they of their place among men. Deep delved they into the forbidden, and opened the gateway that led to below. Sought they to gain ever more knowledge, but seeking to bring it up from below. He who descends below must have balance, else he is bound by lack of our light. Opened they then by their knowledge pathways forbidden to man. Built in his temple, all-seeing the dweller lay in his aguante, while through Atlantis his soul roamed free. Saw he the Atlanteans by their magic, opening the gateway that would bring to earth a great woe. Here we are talking about opening this gateway, opening up a portal. Fast fled his soul then back to his body. Up he arose from his aguante. Called he the three mighty messengers. Gave the commands that shattered the world. Deep neath earth's crust to the halls of Amenti, swiftly descended the dweller. Called he then on the powers of the seven lords, wielded, and changed the earth's balance. Sounds like a pole shift. Down sank Atlantis beneath the dark waves, shattered the gateway that had been opened, shattered the doorway that led down below. All of the islands were shattered except Unal, and part of the island of the sons of the dweller. Preserved he them to be the teachers, lights on the path for those to come after, lights for the lesser children of men. Called he then I Thoth before him, gave me commands for all I should do, saying, Take thou, O Thoth, all of your wisdom. Take all of your records, take all of your magic. Go thou forth as a teacher of men. Go thou forth reserving the records until in time light grows among men. Light shall thou be all through the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men. Over all earth give we ye power. Free thou to give it or to take it away. Gather thou now the sons of Atlantis. Take them and flee to the people of the rock caves. Fly to the land of the children of Chem. Then gathered I the sons of Atlantis. Into the spaceship I brought all my records. I brought the records of sunken Atlantis. Gathered I all of my powers and instruments, many of mighty magic. Up then we rose on wings of the morning. High we arose above the temple, leaving behind the three and dweller deep in the halls neath the temple, closing the pathway to the lords of the cycles. Yet ever to him who has knowing open shall be the path to Amenti. Fast fled we then on the wings of the morning, fled to the land of the children of Chem. There by my power I conquered and ruled them. Raised I to light the children of Chem. Deep neath their rocks I buried my spaceship, waiting the time when man might be free. Over the spaceship erected a marker in the form of a lion, yet unto a man. There, neath the image, rests yet my spaceship, forth to be brought when the need shall arise. So his spaceship is underneath the Sphinx. Well, that's great. I'm glad we know that now. Know ye, O man, that far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Oh, really? Far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Then awake, ye who have wisdom. Bring forth my ship and conquer with ease. Deep neath the image lies my secret. Search and find in the pyramid I built. We will do that, sir. Each to the other is the keystone, each the gateway that leads into life. Follow the key I leave behind me. Seek, and the doorway to life shall be thine. Seek thou in my pyramid, deep in the passage that ends in a wall. Seek thou in my pyramid, deep in a passage that ends in a wall. That's that video I was telling you about. Seek it, and the doorway of life shall be thine. That was that video I told you guys about last week. Let me find that again. Yeah, Great Pyramid, a strange sacred door at the top half in the Queen's chamber. I saw that referenced last week in some of the tablets that we were reading from. And I'm going to drop it in the chat room again for you there. It's that green video. You have to watch it if you can't see. That's exactly what he's talking about there. Let me read that for you again. Know ye, O man, that far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Then awake ye who have wisdom. Bring forth my ship and conquer with ease. Deep neath the image lies my secret. Search and find in the pyramid I built. Each to the other is the keystone, each the gateway that leads into life. Follow the key I leave behind me. Seek, and the doorway to life shall be thine. Seek thou in my pyramid, deep in the passage that ends in a wall. That, in that video, you will see that that's the passageway that ends in a wall. And they sent a robot in there with a camera. And you can see it. It's a star chart. That's what he's talking about here. It's there. And we're just ignoring it? I want to figure this out. I want to make all this happen. How do we do that? Anybody got any ideas? Use thou the key of the seven, and open to thee the pathway will fall. Now unto thee I have given my wisdom. Now unto thee I have given my way. Follow the pathway. Solve thou my secrets. Unto thee I have shown the way. So that's the end of tablet number 5. The Key of Magic. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Tablet number 6. Hark ye, O man, to the wisdom of magic. Hark the knowledge of powers forgotten. Long ago, in the days of the first man, warfare began between darkness and light. Men then as now were filled with both darkness and light, the duality. And while in some darkness held sway, in other light filled the soul. Age-old in this warfare, the eternal struggle between darkness and light, fiercely is it fought all through the ages using strange powers hidden to men. Again, wow, I read this stuff, man. I'm going, George Lucas was all over this stuff before he wrote Star Wars. There's just no way he wasn't. Adepts has there been, filled with the blackness, struggling always against the light. But others there are who, filled with brightness, have ever conquered the darkness of night. Wherever ye may be in all ages and plain, surely know that ye shall know of the battle with night. Long ages ago, the sons, S-U-N-S, the sons of the morning, descending found the world filled with night. There in that past began the struggle, the age-old battle of darkness and light. Many in the time were so filled with darkness that only feebly flamed the light from the night. Some there were masters of darkness who sought to fill all with their darkness and sought to draw others into their night. Fiercely withstood they, the masters of brightness. Fiercely fought they from the darkness of night. They sought ever to tighten the fetters, the chains that bind men to the darkness of night. Used they always the dark magic, brought into men by the power of darkness. Magic then shrouded man's soul with darkness. Banded together as in order, brothers of darkness, they through the ages, antagonist they to the children of men, walked they always secret and hidden, found yet not found by the children of men. Forever they walked and worked in darkness, hiding from the light in the darkness of night. Silently, secretly use they their power, enslaving and binding the souls of men. Unseen they come and unseen they go. Man in his ignorance calls them from below. Dark is the way of the dark brothers. They travel dark of the darkness, not of the light, traveling over the earth. They walk through man's dreams. Power they have gained from the darkness around them to call other dwellers from out of their plane in ways that are dark and unseen by man. Into man's mind space reach the dark brothers. Around it, they close the veil of their night. There, through its lifetime, that soul dwells in bondage, bound by the fetters of the veil of the night. Mighty are they in the forbidden knowledge, forbidden because it is one with the night. Hark ye, old man, and listen to my warning. Be ye free from the bondage of night. Surrender not your soul to the brothers of darkness. Keep thy face ever turned towards the light. Know ye not, O man, that your sorrow only has come through the veil of the night? Aye, man, heed ye my warning. Strive ever upward. Turn your soul toward the light. The brothers of darkness seek for their brothers, those who travel the pathway of light. For well know they that those who have traveled far towards the sun in their pathway of light have yet another greater power to bind with darkness the children of light. Listen ye, O man, to he who comes to you, but weigh in the balance if his words be of light, because there are many who walk in dark brightness, and yet they are not children of the light.
Easy it is to follow their pathway.
And some, again, stuff's written by Yoda.
Easy it is to follow their pathway. Easy to follow the path that they lead. But yet, oh man, heed ye my warning.
Light comes to him who strives. Hard is the pathway that leads to wisdom. Hard is the pathway that leads to the light. Many shall find ye the stones in your pathway, many the mountains to climb towards the light. Yet know ye, O man, to him that overcometh, free will he be of the pathway of light. For ye know, O man, in the end light must conquer, and darkness and night be banished from light. Listen, O man, and heed ye this wisdom. Even as darkness, so is the light. When darkness is banished and all veils are rended out, there shall flash from the darkness the light. Even as exist among men the dark brothers, so there exists the brothers of light. Antagonists they are of the brothers of darkness, seeking to free men from the night. Powers they have, mighty and potent. Knowing the law, they obey the planets. They work ever in harmony and order, freeing the man's soul from the bondage of night. Secret and hidden they also walk. Known not are they to the children of men. Ever have they fought the dark brothers, conquered and conquering. Time without end, yet always light shall in the end be master, driving away the darkness of night. I, man, know ye this knowing, always beside thee walk with the children of night. Masters they of the sun power, ever unseen, yet the guardians of men. Open to all is their pathway, open to he who will walk in the light. Free are they of dark amenti, free of the halls of where life reigns supreme. Sons are they and lords of the morning, children of the light to shine among men. Like man they are, and yet they are alike, yet divided were they in the past. One have they been in oneness eternal throughout all space since the beginning of time. Up did they come in the oneness with the all one, up from the first space, formed and unformed. Given to man, they have given to man secrets that he shall guard and protect to him from all harm. He who would travel the path of the master must be free from the bondage of night. Conquer he must the formless and shapeless. Conquer must he the phantom of fear. Knowing must he gain of all the secrets. Travel the pathway that leads through the darkness, yet before him keep the light of his goal. Obstacles great shall meet in his pathway, yet press on in the light of the sun. Hear ye, O man, the sun is the symbol of the light that shines at the end of thy road. Now to thee I give the secrets. Now to meet the dark power. Meet and conquer the fear from the night. Only by knowing can ye conquer. Only by knowing can ye have light. Now I give unto thee the knowledge, known to the masters, the knowing that conquers all the dark fears. Use this, the wisdom I give thee, master. Thou shalt be of the brothers of night. When unto thee comes a feeling, drawing thee nearer to the darker gate, examine thine heart and find if the feeling thou hast has come from within. If thou shalt find the darkness thine own thoughts, meaning if those thoughts belong to you, banish them from that place in your mind. Send through your body a wave of vibration, irregular first and regular second, repeating time after time until you are free from that thought. Start the wave force in your brain center, pineal gland. Direct it in waves from your head to your foot. But if you find that your heart is not darkened, be sure that a force is directed to thee. Only by knowing can thou overcome it. Only by wisdom can thou hope to be free. Knowledge brings wisdom, and wisdom is power. Attain, and ye shall have power over all. Seek ye first a place bound by darkness. Place a circle around yourself. Stand erect in the midst of this circle. Use this formula, spell. Formula means spell. Use this formula, and you shall be free. Raise your hands to the dark space above you. Close your eyes and draw in the light. Call to the spirit of light through the space-time, using these words, and you shall be free. So draw a circle around yourself. Close your eyes. Imagine the light coming in and say, fill my body, O spirit of life, fill my body with spirit of light. Come from the flower that shines through the darkness. Come from the halls where the seven lords rule. Name them by name, I, the seven, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9. By their names I call them to aid me. Free me and save me from the darkness of night. Untanas, Guterres, Chital, and Goyana, Huartal, Simveta, Ardal. By their names I implore them. Free me from the darkness and fill me with light. Know ye, O man, that when ye have done this, ye shall be free from the fetters that bind ye. cast off the bondage of the brothers of night. See you not that the names have the power to free by vibration the fetters that bind? Use them at need to free thou yourself, brother, so that he too may come forth from the night. Thou, O man, art thy brother's helper. Let him not lie in the bondage of night. Now unto thee give I my magic. Take it and dwell on the pathway of light. Light unto thee, life unto thee, sun may thou be on the cycle above. So we have a little incantation there. How to free yourself from the bondage of night. Pretty interesting stuff there. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. I definitely felt some energy shift when I was reading that right now. I don't know if you felt that, but I certainly did. That was pretty powerful. Kind of go in a zone when you're reading this, man. It's strange. You're kind of like, you kind of, you really do. You kind of feel like, I don't know, you just kind of go in a trance. You're kind of on autopilot when you're reading this. It's a very interesting thing. Very interesting experience. The Seven Lords. Tablet number 7. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Hark ye, old man, and listen to my voice. Open thy mind, space, and drink of my wisdom. Dark is the pathway of life that you travel. Many the pitfall that lie in your way. Seek you ever to gain greater wisdom. Attain it, and it shall be light on your way. Open your soul, O man, to the cosmic, and let it flow in as one with your soul. Light is eternal, and darkness is fleeting. Seek ye ever, O man, for the light. Know ye that ever as light fills the being, darkness for thee shall soon disappear. Open your souls to the brothers of brightness. Let them enter and fill thee with light. Lift up your eyes to the light of the cosmos. Keep thou ever thy face to the goal. Only by gaining the light of all wisdom art thou one with the infinite goal. Seek ye ever the oneness eternal. Seek ever the light into one. Hear ye, O man, list to my voice, singing the song of light and life. Throughout all space, light is prevalent, encompassing all with its banners, its flames. Seek ye forever in the veil of the darkness. Somewhere you shall surely find light. Hidden and buried, lost to man's knowledge. Deep in the finite, the infinite exists. Lost but existing, flowing through all things, living in all is the infinite brain. In all space, there is only one wisdom. Through seeming decided, it is one in the one. All that exists comes forth from the light, and the light comes forth from the all. Everything created is based upon order. Law rules the space where the infinite dwells. Forth from the equilibrium came the great cycles, moving in harmony toward infinity's end. Know ye, O man, that far in the space-time, infinity itself shall pass into change. Hear ye and listen to the voice of wisdom. Know that all is of all evermore. Know that through time thou may pursue wisdom and find ever more light on the way. Know that through time thou may pursue wisdom and find ever more light on the way. Aye, thou shalt find that ever receding, thy goal shall elude thee from day to day. Long time ago in the halls of Amenti, I, Thoth, stood before the lords of the cycles. Mighty they in their aspects of power, mighty they in their wisdom unveiled. Notice how they keep referring to time, the cycles of time as cycles. That's what they refer to them as in Tron, the new Tron movie as well. The cycles haven't been kind to us, have they? Instead of saying the years haven't been kind to us. Led by the dweller, first did I see them, but afterwards free was I of their presence, free to enter their conclave at will. Oft did I journey down the dark pathway into the hall where the light ever grows. Learned I of the masters of cycles, wisdom brought from the cycles above. Manifest they in this cycle as guides of man to the knowledge of all. 7 are they, mighty in power, speaking these words through me to men. Time after time stood I before them, listening to words that came not with sound. They communicated telepathically. That's interesting. So etherical light beings that live inside of the earth that communicate telepathically. That sounds, very close to extraterrestrials, doesn't it? That's probably what extraterrestrials really are. They're probably just inner earth beings. When they manipulate dimensions and frequencies and they come up here and they're doing tests on us and everything else. That's probably what it is. The aliens probably don't even come from outer space. They probably come from inner space. That'd probably be the kicker of the whole thing. I'm not saying that's 100% the case. I'm just saying, if it was, it would just be like one of those things like, well, yep, I should have fucking known that. Should have expected that with everything else. Where did I leave off here? Once said they unto me, O man, wouldst thou gain wisdom? Seek for it in the heart of the flame. Wouldst thou gain knowledge of power? Seek ye it in the heart of the flame. Wouldst be one with the heart of the flame? Seek then within thy own hidden flame. Many the times spoke they to me, teaching me wisdom not of this world, showing me ever new paths to brightness, teaching me wisdom brought from above, giving knowledge of operation, learning of law, the order of all. Spoke to me again the 7, saying from beyond time that we come, O man, traveled we from beyond space-time. I, from the place of infinity's end. When ye and all of thy brethren were formless, formed forth were we from the order of all. Not as men are we, though once we too were as men. Out of the great void we were formed forth in order by law. For know ye that which is formed truly is formless, having form from only having only form to thine eyes, meaning things that you think have form actually don't have form, but you just think they do because your eyes trick you into telling you. That's a glaring omission for an old text right there. That's pretty much the Matrix right there. We've scientifically proven that. Nothing truly has form, but your mind thinks it has form because that's how it builds it up, and that's how we build up our reality. It's unbelievable. And again unto me spoke the 7, saying, Child of the light, O Thoth art thou, free to travel the bright path upward, until at last all ones become one. Forth we were formed, after our order, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Know that these are the numbers of cycles that we descend from unto man. Each here having a duty to fulfill, each having a force to control. Yet are we one with the soul of our cycle, yet are we two seeking a goal far beyond man's conception. Infinity extends into a greater than all. There, in a time that is yet not a time, we shall all become one with a greater than the all. Time and space are moving in circles. Know ye their law, and ye too shall be free. Aye, free shall ye be to move through the cycles, and pass the guardians that dwell at the door. Then to me spoke he of 9. There's that number again for our listener earlier. Then to me he spoke of 9, saying, Aeons and eons have I existed, knowing not life and tasting not death. For know ye, O man, that far in the future, life and death shall be one with thee all. Each so perfected by balancing the other, that neither exists in the oneness of all. In men of this cycle, the life force is rampant, but life in its growth becomes one with them all. Here I manifest in this your cycle, but yet I am there in your future of time. Yet to me, time exists not, for in my world, time exists not, for we are formless. Life have we, but not yet, we do not yet have existence. Fuller and greater and freer than thee. Yeah, these are etherical entities. They don't have physical plane bodies. You got to be real careful of those type of things. They're hucksters. They're tricksters. They'll trick you into, getting them to let them inhabit in your fucking body. That's what that sounds like. Man is a flame bound to a mountain. Right. That's what the Rosicrucians believe as well. Man is a flame bound to a mountain. Meaning our soul is a fire that burns, and the life force, the energy burns within us. And if you try to burn down a mountain with fire, you're not going to get very far. But we in our cycle shall ever be free. Know ye, O man, that when ye have progressed into the cycle that lengthen above, life itself will pass to the darkness, and only the essence of your soul shall remain. Then to me spoke the Lord of the 8, saying, all that ye know is but part of a little. Not as yet have you touched on the great. Far out in space where light being supreme came I into the light. I told you they were light beings. Formed was I also, but not as you are. Body of light was my formless form formed. Know I not life, and know I not death, yet master am I of all that exists. Seek you to find the path through the barriers. Travel the road that leads to the light. Spoke again to me the 9, saying, seek ye to find the path to beyond. Not impossible it is to grow to a consciousness above. For when 2 have become 1, and 1 has become the all, know ye the barrier has lifted, and ye are made free of the road. Grow thou from form to the formless. Free may thou be of the road. Thus through the ages I listened, learning the way to the all. Now lift I my thoughts to the all thing. Listen ye and hear when it calls. O light all-pervading, one with the all and all with the one, flow thou to me through the channel, enter thou so that I may be free. Make me one with the all soul, shining from the blackness of night. Let me be of all space-time, free from the veil of the night. I, a child of light, command, free from the darkness to be. Formless am I to the light soul, formless, yet shining with light. Know I the bonds of the darkness must shatter and fall before light. Now give I this wisdom. Free may you be, O man, living in light and in brightness. Turn not your face from the light. The soul dwells in realms of brightness. Ye are a child of the light. Turn thy thoughts inward, not outward. Find thou the light soul within. Know that thou art the master. All else is brought from within. Grow thou to realms of brightness. Hold thou thy thought on the light. Know thou art one with the cosmos, a flame and a child of the light. Now to thee I gave warning. Let not the thought turn away. Know that the brightness flows through the body, and turn not to the dark brothers, that comes from the brothers of black. But keep thy eyes ever lifted, and thy soul in tune with the light. Take you this wisdom and heed it. Listen to my voice and obey. Follow the pathway to brightness, and thou shalt be one with the way. Let's get into it now. The key of mystery from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Tablet number 8. Unto thee, O man, have I given my knowledge. Unto thee have I given of light. Hear ye now and receive my wisdom brought from space planes above and beyond. Well, right there, he tells you where it comes from, doesn't he? Not as, excuse me, not as man am I, for free have I become of dimensions and planes. In each I take on a new body. In each I change in my form. Now I know that the formless is all there is of form. Great is the wisdom of the seven. Mighty are they from beyond, manifest they through their power. Filled by force from beyond. So these are entities that just manifest wherever they want from just sheer energy and spiritual energy. Hear ye these words of wisdom, hear ye and make them thine own. Find in them the formless. Mystery is but hidden knowledge. Know, and ye shall unveil. Find the deep buried wisdom, and be master of darkness and light. Deep are the mysteries around you, hidden the secrets of old. Search through the keys of my wisdom. Surely shall ye find the way. The gateway to power is secret, but he who attains it shall receive. Look to the light, O my brother, open, and ye shall receive. Press on through the valley of darkness, overcome the dweller of night. Keep ever your eyes on the light plane, and thou shalt be one with the light. Man is in process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Grow he is time to the formless, a plane on the cycle above. Know ye that you must become formless before you are to be with the light. Listen to my voice, O man, telling of the pathways to light, showing the way of attainment, when you shall be one with the light as well. Search ye the laws of mysteries of earth's heart. Learn of the law that exists, holding the stars in their balance by the force of the primordial mist. Seek you the flame of the earth's life. Bathe in the glare of its flame. Follow the three-cornered pathway until thou, too, are a flame. Is that a reference to like Kundalini or the fire, raising into that? Very well could be. Speak thou in words without voice to those who dwell down below. Now he's talking about communicating telepathically with inner earth beings. Nice. Enter the blue litten temple and bathe in the fire of all life. Know, O man, that you are complex, a being of earth and of fire. Let thy flame shine out brightly. Be thou only the fire. Wisdom is hidden in darkness. When lit by the flame of the soul, find you the wisdom and be light-born, a son of the light without form. Seek thee evermore wisdom. Find it in the heart of the flame. Know that only by striving and light pour into the brain. Now have I spoken my wisdom. Listen to my voice and obey. Tear open the veils of the darkness. Shine a light on the way. Speak I of ancient Atlantis. Speak of the days of the kingdom of shadows. Speak of the coming of the children of shadows. Out of the great deep were they called by the wisdom of earthmen, called for the purpose of gaining great power. Far in the past, before Atlantis existed, men there were who delved into darkness, using dark magic, calling up beings from the great deep below us. Forth they came into this cycle. Formless were they of another vibration, existing unseen by the children of earthmen. These are spirits or demons. Only through blood could they have formed being. Only through man could they live in the world. In ages past, they were conquered by masters, driven below to the place whence they came, but some there were who remained hidden in spaces and planes unknown to man. They lived in Atlantis as shadows, but at times they appeared among men. Aye, when blood was offered, they came to dwell among men. These sound like macrobes or oversouls. Or somebody asked me if the archons were the same as the oversouls or the microbes. I just don't know for sure. Sounds to me like it could be, but I don't know. In the form of man, they amongst us, but only to sight were they as are men. Serpent-headed, when the glamour was lifted, but appearing to man as men among men. Well, that's a fucking reptilian shapeshifter right there if I ever heard it. When the glamour was lifted, when they took the makeup off, he's a serpent head underneath there, appearing to be a man under men, crept they into the councils. My God, that's unbelievable. This is actually talking about shapeshifters infiltrating councils and government and using black magic to do this. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know this was in here. I mean, that's a glaring thing right there. I mean, that makes me all the more interested in the alleged 2 tablets they say we're not ready for or we can't handle. Man, how do we get our hands on that? In the form of man, they amongst us, but only to sight were they as men. So only when you looked at them, only to sight were they as men. Only when you looked, I didn't get that the first time. When you looked at them, you thought they were a man. But when you take all that away, they were serpent-headed underneath. That's a shapeshifter. There's no question. They crept into the councils, taking forms that were like unto men, slaying by their arts the chiefs of the kingdoms, taking their form and ruling over man. So they went in and slaughtered the chiefs and the rulers and made themselves look like them and assumed total control. That doesn't sound too far off to the truth. Historically, as far as my research shows, I mean, really, trace back these bloodlines and how these looking at Merovinius, Meravi, and oh man, that's just a little unbelievable right there. That this is coming from ancient texts or ancient tablets. That's really hard to believe. I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm just saying that's just unbelievable stuff. Because my research does. I mean, yeah, that's the people that are in power got it by deceit and by being fucking snakes in the grass. Only by magic could they be discovered. Only by sound could their faces be seen. Only by sound. So certain frequencies must allow you to be able to see what these shapeshifters really look like. That's interesting. I always thought that may be the case. Sought they from the kingdom of shadows to destroy man and rule in his place. But know ye, the masters were mighty in magic and able to lift the veil from the face of the serpent and able to send him back to his place. Aha, but see, we don't have as many powerful magicians working in the light in these days, so that's why the serpents have been able to take over. They haven't had any competition. That's why they've kept this information and this secret knowledge hidden from us so well, folks. That's your explanation right there. Came they to man and taught him the secret, the word that only a man can pronounce. Swift then they lifted the veil from the serpent and cast him forth from the place among men. Yet beware, the serpent still liveth. In a place that is open at times to the world, unseen they walk among there, in places where the rites have been said. Again, as time passes onward, shall they take the semblance of men. Called may they be by the master, who knows the white or the black. But only the white master may control and bind them while in the flesh. So only someone who's working for for white magic and not black magic can bind these shapeshifters while they're in the flesh and expose them for what they are. Seek not the kingdom of shadows, for evil will surely appear. For only the master of brightness shall conquer the shadow of fear. Let me say that one more time. That's a great... I got to get... Jamie, if you're listening on an archive later, you got to work that into a song. Seek not the kingdom of shadows, for evil will surely appear. For only the master of brightness shall conquer the shadow of fear. Know ye, O my brother, that fear is an obstacle great. Be master of all in the brightness. The shadow will soon disappear. Hear ye and heed my wisdom. The voice of light is clear. Seek not the valley of shadow, and light will only appear. Listen ye, O man, to the depth of my wisdom. Speak I of knowledge hidden from man. Far have I been on my journey through space-time, even to the end of space of this cycle. I glimpsed the hounds of the barrier, lying in wait for he who would pass them. In that space where time exists not, faintly I sensed the guardians of the cycles. Move they only through the angles. Free are they not from the carved dimensions. Strange and terrible are the hounds of the barrier. Follow they consciousness to the limits of space. Think not to escape by entering your body, for follow they fast the soul through angles. Only the circle will give you protection and save you from the claws of the dwellers in angles. Once in a time past, I approached their great barrier and saw on the shores where time exists not the formless forms of the hounds of the barrier. I, hiding in the mist beyond time, I found them. And they, scenting me afar off, raised themselves and gave the great bell cry that could be heard from cycle to cycle. As I moved through space toward my soul, that's interesting, cycle to cycle. It's a frame of time they refer to in Tron. And more evidence we're actually living in the Matrix. Fled I then fast before them, back from time's unthinkable end, but ever after they pursued me, moving in strange angles not known to man. I, on the gray shores of time-space's end, found I the hounds of the barrier, ravening for the soul who attempts the beyond. Fled I through circles back to my body, fled and fast after me they followed. I after me the devourers followed, seeking through angles to devour my soul. Know ye, man, that the soul who dares the barrier may be held in bondage by the hounds beyond time. Held till this cycle is completed and left behind when the consciousness leaves. Entered I my body, created the circles that know not angles, created the form that from my form was formed, made my body into a circle and lost the pursuers in the circles of time. But even yet, when free from my body, cautious ever must I be not to move through the angles, else my soul may never be free. Know ye the hounds of the barrier move only through angles and never through the curves of space. Only by moving through curves can you escape them. For in angles they will pursue you. O man, heed my warning. Seek not to break open the gate to beyond. Few there are who have succeeded in passing the barrier to the great light that shines beyond. For know ye that ever the dwellers seek such souls to hold in their thrall. Listen, O man, and heed ye my warning. Seek you to move not in angles, but curves. And if while free from the body, you hear the sound of like the bay of a hound, ringing clear and bell-like through your being, flee back to your body through circles. Penetrate not the mists before. When thou hast entered the room thou hast dwelt in, use thou the cross and the circle combined. Open your mouth and use your voice. Utter the word, and thou shalt be free. Only the one who of light has the fullest can hope to pass by the guards of the way. And then must he move through the strange curves and angles that are formed in direction not known to man. Listen, O man, and heed you my warning. Attempt not to pass the guards on the way. Rather, you should seek to gain thine own light and make yourself ready to pass on the way. Light is the ultimate end, O my brother. Seek and find ever the light on the way. So that's the end of that tablet. Next time we'll get into the key to freedom of space. Tablet number 9 of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Excellent stuff there. Shapeshifters. The key to freedom of space. Tablet 9 from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. List ye, O man, hear ye my voice. Teaching of wisdom and light in this cycle. Teaching ye how to banish the darkness. Teaching ye how to bring light into thy life. Seek ye, O man, to find the great pathway that leads to eternal life as a sun, S-U-N. Draw ye away from the veil of darkness. Seek to become a light in the world. Make of thyself a vessel for light, a focus for the sun of this space. Lift thou thine eyes to the cosmos. Lift thou thine eyes to the light. Speak in the words of the dweller, the chant that calls down the light. Sing thou the song of freedom. Sing thou the song of the soul. Create the high vibration that will make thee one with the whole. Blend all thyself with the cosmos. Grow into one with the light. Be thou a channel of order, a pathway of law to the world. Thy light, O man, is the great light, shining through the shadow of flesh. Free must thou rise from the darkness, before thou art one with the light. Shadows of darkness surround you. Life fills you with its flow, but know, O man, that you must arise and go forth from your body, far to the plains that surround you, and yet are one with you as well. Look all around you, O man. See your own light reflected. Aye, even in the darkness around you, your own light pours forth from the veil. Seek you for wisdom always. Let not your body betray you. Keep in the path of the light wave. Shun the darkened way. Know that wisdom is lasting, existing since the all-soul began, creating harmony by the law that exists in the way. Listen, O man, to the teachings of wisdom. Listen to the voice that speaks of past time. I shall tell thee knowledge forgotten. Tell you of wisdom hidden in past time, lost in the midst of darkness around me. Know, man, that you are the ultimate of all things. Only the knowledge of this is forgotten, lost when man was cast into bondage, bound and fettered by the chains of the darkness. This is talking about when our souls were entrapped in these material plane meat suits. That's what he's referring to here. Because understand this, if you don't understand anything else, we are spiritual beings, souls that are entrapped in these bodies. It's spiritual enslavement. If you don't know anything else, you need to know that. Long ago, I cast off my body, wandered I, free, through the vastness of the ether. I circled the angles that hold man in bondage. Know, O man, that you are only a spirit. The body is nothing. The soul is the all. Let not your body be a fetter. Cast off the darkness and travel in light. Cast off your body, O man, and be free, truly a light that is one with the light. When you are free from the fetters of darkness and travel in space as the son of the light, then you shall know that space is not boundless, but truly bounded by angles and curves. Know ye, O man, that all that exists is only an aspect of greater yet things to come. Matter is fluid and flows like a stream, constantly changing from one thing to another. All through the ages has knowledge existed. Never has it been changed, though buried in darkness. Never has it been lost, although forgotten by man. Know you that throughout the space that you dwell in, others are as great as your own, interlaced through the heart of your matter, yet separate in a space of their own. Once in a time long forgotten, I, Thoth, opened the doorway and penetrated into the other spaces and learned of the secrets concealed. Deep in the essence of matter are many mysteries concealed. 9 are the interlocked dimensions, and 9 are the cycles of space. 9 are the diffusions of consciousness, and 9 are the worlds within worlds. 9 are the lords of the cycles that come from above and below. Space is filled with concealed ones, for space is divided by time. Seek you the key to the time-space, and you shall unlock the gate. Know that throughout the time-space, consciousness surely exists. Though from our knowledge it is hidden, yet still forever it exists. The key to the worlds within 3 are found only within, for man is the gateway of mystery and the key that is one with the one. Seek you within the circle, use the word that I shall give. Open the gateway within you, and surely thou too shall live. Man, you think that you liveth, but know it is life within death. For as sure as you are bound to your body, for you no life exists. Only the soul is space-free and life that is really a life. All else is only bondage, a fetter from which to be free. Think not that man is earth-born, though come from the earth that he may be. Man is a light-born spirit, but without knowing he can never be free. Darkness surrounds the light-born. Darkness fetters the soul. Only the one who is seeking may ever hope to be free. Shadows around thee are falling. Darkness fills all the space. Shine forth, O light of the man-soul. Fill thou the darkness of space. You are the son of the great light. Remember, and you shall be free. Stay not you in the shadows. Spring forth from the darkness of night. Light, let thy soul be, O sunborn. fill with the glory of light. Freed from the bonds of the darkness, a soul that is one with the light. You are the key to all wisdom. Within you is all time and space. Live not in the bondage to darkness. Free you are, light form from night. Great light that fills all the cosmos. Flow thou fully to a man. Make of his body a light torch that shall never be quenched among men. Long in the past sought I wisdom, not knowledge known to man. Far to the past I traveled into the space where time began. Sought I ever new knowledge to add to the wisdom I knew. Yet only I found did the future hold the key to the wisdom that I thought. Down to the holes of Amenti I journeyed the greater knowledge to seek. I asked of thee, the lords of the cycles, the way to the wisdom I sought. I asked the lords this question: where is the source of the all? Answered in tones that were mighty, the voice of the Lord of the Nine said, free thy soul from thy body and come forth with me to the light. Forth I came from my body, a glittering flame in the night. I stood before the Lord, bathed in the fire of life. Seized I was then by a force, great beyond knowledge of man. Cast I was to the abyss, through the spaces unknown to man. Saw I the moldings of order from the chaos and angles of night. Saw I the light spring from the order and heard the voice of the light. Saw I the flame of the abyss, casting forth order and light. Saw order spring out of chaos, saw light giving forth life. Then I heard the voice, hear thou and understand. The flame is the source of all things, containing all things in potentiality. The order that sent forth light is the word from the word come life and the existence of all. There it is, the word. In the beginning there was the word. You can cross-reference that with Manly P. Hall's work and the Kabbalistic keys to the creation of humanity. Everything, you can actually, when you learn this language, this ancient Kabbalistic language that was brought here by extraterrestrials, the true magi, a true ascended master, you can actually begin to create physical matter using in calling anything into creation using only frequencies and vibrations in the word, the spoken word. And again spoke the voice saying, the life in you is the word. Find the life within you and have the powers to use the word. Long I watched the light flame pouring forth from the essence of fire, realizing that life but order and that man is one with the fire. Back I came to my body, stood again with the nine, listened to the voices of the cycles, vibrate with powers. They spoke. Know ye, O Thoth, that life is but the word of the fire. The life forth you seek before thee is but the word in the world as a fire. Seek ye the path to the word, and powers shall surely be yours. Then I asked of the nine, O Lord, show me the path. Give me the path to the wisdom. Show me the way to the word. Answered me then the Lord of the Nine, through order you shall find the way. Saw you that the word came from chaos? Saw you not that light came from the fire? Look in your life for this order. Balance and order your life. Quell all of the chaos of the emotions, and thou shalt have order in life. Order brought forth from chaos will bring the word of the source. Will thee the power of cycles, and make of thy soul a force that free will extends through the ages, a perfect sun from the source. I listened to the voice and deeply thanked the words in my heart. Forever have I sought for order, that I might draw on the word. Know ye that he who attains it must ever in order be for use of the word through this order, has never and never can be. Take ye these words, O man, as part of your life. Let them be. Seek thee to conquer this order, and one with the word you shall be. Put forth your effort in gaining light on the pathway of light and life. Seek to be one with the sun state. Seek to be solely the light. Hold thou thought on the oneness of light with the body of man. Know that all is order from chaos, born into light. So that's the end of tablet number 9, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Amazing stuff there. All right, tonight we are reading The Key of Time, tablet number 10 from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I'd like to get into that for you now without further ado. Listen ye, oh man. See, I want to be clear. Some of this stuff, it's like, it's old-timey speak, so I'm altering a little bit, kind of like what I did when I read Gods of Eden or Lost Book of Enki, stuff like that, so make it translate a little bit better, Listen, ye, O man, take of my wisdom. Learn of his deep hidden mysteries of space. Learn of the thought that grew in the abyss, bringing order and harmony in space. Know you, O man, that all exists has being only because of the law. Know ye the law, and ye shall be free. Never be bound by the fetters of night. Far through strange spaces have I journeyed into the depth of abyss of the time, until in the end all was revealed. Know ye that mystery is only mystery, when it is knowledge unknown to man. When ye have plumbed the heart of all mystery, knowledge and wisdom will surely be yours. Seek you and learn that time is the secret, whereby you may be free of this space. Time is the secret whereby you may be free of this space. Yeah, or learning that time is an illusion and a construct that we create and is created by our brains. Long have I sought wisdom, and shall seek of eternity's end, for know that ever before me receding shall move the goal I seek to attain. Even the lords of the cycles know that they have not yet reached the goal. For with all their wisdom, they know that truth ever grows. Once in a past time, I spoke to the dweller and asked of the mystery of time and space, and asked him the question that surged in my being, saying, O Master, what is time? Then he spoke to me, the Master, and he said, Know ye, O Thoth, in the beginning there was void and nothingness, a timeless, spaceless nothingness. And into the nothingness came a thought, purposeful, all-pervading, and it filled the void. There existed no matter, only force, a movement, a vortex, or vibration of the purposeful thought that filled the void. And I questioned the Master, saying, Was this thought eternal? And the dweller answered me, saying, In the beginning there was eternal thought, and for thought to be eternal, time must exist. So into the all-pervading thought grew the law of time. Time which exists through all space, floating in a smooth, rhythmic movement that is eternally in a state of fixation. Time changes not, but all things change in time. For time is the force that holds events separate, each in its own proper place. Time, time is not in motion, but we move through time as your consciousness moves from one event to another. Yes, my time yet exists all in all, an eternal one existence. Know ye that even though in the time ye are separate, yet still are one in all times existence. Then the voice of the dweller ceased, and departed I to ponder on time. For I knew that in these words lay wisdom, and a way to explore the mysteries of time. Often did I ponder the words of the dweller, then I sought to solve the mystery of time. I found that time moves through strange angles, yet only by curves could I hope to attain the key that would give me access to the space-time. Found I that only by moving upward, and yet again by moving to a right angle, could I be free from the time of the movement. Forth I came out of my body, moved in the movements that changed me in time. Strange were the sights I saw in my journeys, many the mysteries that opened to view. I saw man's beginning, and learned from the past that nothing is new. Seek ye, O man, to learn the pathway that leads through the spaces that are formed forth in time. Forget not, O man, with all of thy seeking, that light is the goal ye shall seek to attain. Search you for the light on the pathway, and ever for you the goal shall endure. Let not your heart ever turn to darkness. Let light shine, and the soul shall be a sun on its way. Know ye that eternal brightness, yea, that you shall ever find thy soul hid in light, never fettered by bondage or darkness, ever it shines forth a sun of the light. Yes, know though hidden in darkness, your soul, a spark of the true flame, exists. Be ye one with the greatest of all lights. Find at the source the end of thy goal. Light is life, for without the great light nothing can ever exist. Know that in all formed matter the heart of light always exists. Aye, even though bound in the darkness, inherent light always exists. Once I stood in the halls of Amenti and heard the voice of the lords of Amenti, saying in tones that rang through the silence, words of power, mighty and potent. Chanted they the songs of the cycles, the words that opened the path to beyond. I saw the great path open and looked for the instant into the beyond. I saw the movements of the cycles, vast as the thought of the source could convey. Knew I then even infinity is moving on to some unthinkable end. I saw that the cosmos is order and a part of movement that extends to all space, a party of an order of orders, constantly moving in a harmony of space. Saw I the wheeling of cycles, like vast circles across the sky. I knew then that all that has being is growing to meet yet another being in a far-off grouping of space and time. Knew I then that in words are power to open the planes that are hidden from man. I, that even in words lies hidden the key that will open the above and the below. Hark ye now, man, this word I leave with thee. Use it, and ye shall find power in its sound. Say ye the word, Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru, and power ye shall find. Yet must ye understand that man is of light, and light is of man. List ye, O man, and hear a mystery, stranger than all that lies neath the sun. Know ye, O man, that all space is filled by worlds within worlds, aye, one within the other, yet separate by law. Once in my search for the deep-buried wisdom, I opened the door that bars them from man. Called I from the other planes of being one who was fairer than the daughters of men. I called her from out of the spaces to shine as a light in the world of men. Used I the drum of the serpent, wore I the robe of the purple and gold, placed on my head I the crown of silver. Around me the circle of cinnabar shone. Raised I my arms and cried the invocation that opens the path to the plains of beyond. Cried I to the lords of the signs in their houses, lords of the two horizons, watchers of the treble gates. Stand ye one at right and one at the left, as the star rises to its throne and rules over his sign. I, thou dark prince of Arulu, open the gates of the dim hidden land and release her whom ye keep imprisoned. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye, dark lords and shining ones. Well, shining ones, yeah, we know you're talking about extraterrestrials here. And by their secret names, names which I know and can pronounce, hear ye and obey my will. Lit I then with flame my circle and called her in the space plains beyond. Daughter of light returned from Arulu. 7 times and 7 times have I passed through the fire. Food I have not eaten, water I have not drunk. I call thee from Arulu, from the realms of Ereshkigal. I summon thee, Lady of Night. Well, there you go, Ereshkigal. That's Anunnaki. So any of you that were doubting the connection between Thoth and the Anunnaki ever, which I've heard people do, there you go. Then before me rose the dark figures, the figures of the lords of Arulu. Parted they before me, and forth came the Lady of the Light. Free was she now from the lords of the night, free to live in the light of the earth sun, free to live as a child of the light. Hear ye and listen, O my children. Magic is knowledge, and only is law. Be not afraid of the power within thee, for it follows law as the stars in the sky. Know ye that to be without knowledge, wisdom is magic and not of the law. But know ye that ever ye by your knowledge can approach closer to a place in the sun. List ye, my children, follow my teaching. Be ye ever seekers of light. Shine in the world of men all around thee, a light on the path that shall shine among men. Follow ye and learn of my magic. Know that all force is yours if you will it. Fear not the path that leads to knowledge, but rather shun the dark road. Light is yours, O man, for the taking. Cast off the fetters, and thou shalt be free. Know that your soul is living in bondage, fettered by fears that hold you enthralled. Open thy eyes and see the great sunlight. Be not afraid of all, for all is your own. Fear is the lord of the dark Arulu, to he who never faced the dark fear. Know that fear has an existence created by those who are bound by their fears. Shake off the bondage, O children, and walk in the light of the glorious day. Never turn your thoughts to the darkness, and surely you shall be one with the light. Man is only what he believeth, a brother of darkness or a child of the light. Come through into the light, my children. Walk in the pathway that leads to the sun. Hark ye now and listen to the wisdom. Use thou the word I have given unto thee. Use it, and surely thou shalt find power and wisdom, and light to walk in the way. Seek thee and find the key I have given, and ever shalt thou be a child of the light. That concludes tablet number 10 of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. The next tablet will be tablet number 11, the key to above and below. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth for you tonight, the key to above and below. Tablet number 11. Hear ye and listen ye, O children of Chem. to the words that I give that shall bring ye to the light. You know, O men, that I knew your fathers, your fathers in a long time ago. Deathless have I been throughout all the ages, living among you since your knowledge began. Leading you upward to the light of the great soul have I ever striven, drawing you from out of the darkness of night. Know you, O people amongst whom I walk, that I, Thoth, have all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom known to man since the ancient days. I'd be a little skeptical of anybody that says that, but hey, it's Thoth. Maybe he does. Maybe he's an Anunnaki. Maybe he does. All the wisdom known to man. Yeah, I'd buy that. Not all the wisdom in the known universe. He's not making that kind of a big claim. Okay, fair enough. Well, maybe he does. Keeper have I been of the secrets of the great race, holder of the key that leads into life. Bringer up have I been to you, O my children, even from the darkness of the ancient days. Listen you now to the words of my wisdom. Listen you now to the message I bring. Hear you now the words I give you, and you shall be raised from the darkness to the light. Far in the past, when I first came to you, found I you in the caves of rocks. I lifted you by my power and wisdom, until you did shine as men among men. I found you without any knowing. Only a little were you raised beyond beasts. Fanned I ever the spark of your consciousness, until at last you flamed as men. Now shall I speak to your knowledge, ancient beyond the thought of the race. Know you that we of the great race had and have knowledge that is more than man's. Wisdom we gained from the star-born races. Wisdom and knowledge far beyond man. Down to us had descended the masters of wisdom, as far beyond us as I am from thee. Listen you now while I give you the wisdom. Use it, and you shall be free. Know that in the pyramid that I built are the keys that show all the way of life. Draw a line from the great image that I built. That would be the Sphinx. To the apex of the pyramid, built as a gateway. You guys taking notes on this? Get a pen. Somebody hadn't done this already. I'm sure they have, but we'll get somebody to do it too. You got that pen yet? All right, get something to write on. Okay, draw a line from the great image I builded, which is the Sphinx. Draw a line from the Sphinx to the apex of the pyramid built as a gateway. Draw another opposite line of the same angle and direction. Dig there and find that which I have hidden. You shall find the underground entrance to the secrets hidden before you were men. Now ye, I know the mystery of the cycles that move in movements that are strange to the finite. For infinite are they beyond knowledge of man. Know ye that there are 9 of the cycles, 9 above and 14 below, moving in harmony to the place of joining that shall exist in the future time. Know you that the lords of the cycles are units of consciousness sent from the others to unify this with the all. Highest are they of the consciousnesses of all the cycles working in harmony with the law. Know that they in time will all be perfected, having none above and none below, but all one in a perfected infinity, a harmony of all in the oneness of all. Deep beneath the earth's surface in the halls of Amente sit the 7, the lords of the cycles. I and another, the Lord from below. Yet know thee that in infinity there is neither above nor below, but ever there is and ever shall be, oneness of all when it is all complete. Often have I stood before the lords of the all, often at the front of their wisdom, and have drunken and filled both my body and soul with their light. spoke they to me and told me of the cycles and the law that gives them the means to exist. I spake to the great Lord of Nine, saying, O Thoth, great are ye among earth children, but mysteries exist of which you know not. You know that you came from a space-time below this, and you know that ye shall travel to a space-time beyond. But little you know of the mysteries within them. Little you know of the wisdom beyond. Know you that you as a whole in this consciousness are only a cell in the process of growth. The consciousness below thee is ever expanding in different ways from those known to you. Though in space-time below you, is ever growing in ways that are different from those that were a part of the ways of your own. Know that it grows as a result of your growth, but not in the same way that thou didst grow. The growth that thou had and have in the present have brought into being a cause and effect. No consciousness follows the path of those before it, else all would be repetition and in vain. Each consciousness in the cycle it exists in follows its own path to the ultimate goal. Each plays its part in the plan of the cosmos. Each plays its part in the ultimate end. The farther the cycle, the greater its knowledge and ability to blend the law of the whole. Know you then in the cycles below us are working the minor parts of the law, while we of the cycle that extends to infinity take care of the striving and build the greater law. Each of his own part to play in the cycles, each has his own work to complete in his way. The cycle below you is not yet below thee, but only formed for a need that exists. For know that you that in the fountain of wisdom that sends forth the cycles is eternally seeking new powers to gain. Ye know that knowledge is gained only by practice, and wisdom comes forth only from knowledge. And thus are the cycles created by law. Means are they for gaining of knowledge, for the plane of law that is the source of all. The cycle below is not truly below, but only different in space and in time. The consciousness that is working there, are testing lesser things than those that you are. And know, just as you are working on a greater, so above you there are those who are working as ye on yet other laws. He's talking about different dimensions. The difference that exists between the cycles is only inability to work within the law. We who have been in cycles beyond thee are those who first came forth from the source and have in the passage through time and space gained the ability to use the laws of the greater that are far beyond the conception of man. Nothing there is that is really below thee, but only a different operation of law. Look thee above or below you. The same shall you find, for all is a part of the oneness that is at the source of the law. The consciousness below thee is part your own and a part of own as we are a part of yours. Ye as a child had not the knowledge that came to you when you became a man. Compare you the cycles to man in his journey from birth unto death, and see in the cycle below thee the child, with the knowledge he has. And see yourself as the child grown older, advancing in knowledge as time passes on. See ye we also the child grown to manhood, with the knowledge and wisdom that came with the years. So also, O Thoth, are the cycles of consciousness, children in different stages of growth, yet all from the one source, the wisdom, and all to the wisdom returning again. Ceased then he from speaking, and sat in the silence that comes to the Lord's. Then again spoke he unto me, saying, O Thoth, long have we sat in Amenti, guarding the flame of life in the halls, yet no, we are still a part of our cycles, with our vision reaching unto them and beyond them. I know we that of all nothing else matters except the growth we can gain with our soul. Know we that the flesh is fleeting, that things men count great are nothing to us. The things we seek are not of the body, but are only the perfected state of the soul. When ye as men can learn that nothing but progress of the soul can count in the end, then truly ye are free from all bondage, free to the work in the harmony of the law. That's absolutely true. You have to know, as soon as you know that this is that this is all an illusion, and you have to do the best that you can in this illusion so that your soul can grow and become something greater in another dimension after it's done here, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. Know, O man, that you should aim at perfection, for only thus can you attain the goal. That you should know that nothing is perfect, yet it should be the aim and the goal. So, even though nothing is perfect, you should always shoot for perfection of the soul, and that comes to perfection of the soul comes through enlightenment and all this other stuff. Ceased again the voice of the nine, and into my consciousness the words had sunk. Now seek I evermore wisdom, that I may be perfected in the law with the all. Soon I go down to the halls of Amenti, to live beneath the cold flower of life. Ye whom I have taught shall never more see me, yet live I forever in the wisdom I taught. All that man is because of wisdom. All that he shall be is the result of his cause. Listen ye now to my voice, and become greater than common man. Lift your eyes upward. Let light fill your being. Be thou ever children of light. Only by effort shall you grow upward to the plane where the light is the all of the all. Be you the master of all that surrounds you. Never be mastered by the effects of your life. Create more than ever perfect causes, and in time thou shalt be a son of the light. Let your soul soar free ever upward, free from the bondage and the fetters of night. Lift your eyes to the sun in the sky space. For you, let it be a symbol of life. Know that you are the greater light, perfect in your own sphere, when you are free. Look not ever into the blackness. Lift up your eyes to the space above. Free, let your light flame upward, and you shall be called a child of the night. Let's get into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth for you tonight. The key to above and below. Tablet number 11. Hear ye and listen ye, O children of Chem, to the words that I give that shall bring ye to the light. You know, O men, that I knew your fathers, your fathers in a long time ago. Deathless have I been throughout all the ages, living among you since your knowledge began. Leading you upward to the light of the great soul have I ever striven, drawing you from out of the darkness of night. Know you, O people amongst whom I walk, that I, Thoth, have all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom known to man since the ancient days. I'd be a little skeptical of anybody that says that, but hey, it's Thoth. Maybe he does. Maybe he's an Anunnaki. Maybe he does. All the wisdom known to man. Yeah, I'd buy that. Not all the wisdom in the known universe. He's not making that kind of a big claim. Okay, fair enough. Well, maybe he does. Keeper have I been of the secrets of the great race, holder of the key that leads into life. Bringer up have I been to you, O my children, even from the darkness of the ancient days. Listen you now to the words of my wisdom. Listen you now to the message I bring. Hear you now the words I give you, and you shall be raised from the darkness to the light. Far in the past, when I first came to you, found I you in the caves of rocks. I lifted you by my power and wisdom, until you did shine as men among men. I found you without any knowing. Only a little were you raised beyond beasts. Fanned I ever the spark of your consciousness, until at last you flamed as men. Now shall I speak to your knowledge, ancient beyond the thought of the race. Know you that we of the great race had and have knowledge that is more than man's. Wisdom we gained from the star-born races, wisdom and knowledge far beyond man. Down to us had descended the masters of wisdom, as far beyond us as I am from thee. Listen you now while I give you the wisdom. Use it, and you shall be free. Know that in the pyramid that I built are the keys that show all the way of life. Draw a line from the great image that I built. That would be the Sphinx. To the apex of the pyramid, built as a gateway. You guys taking notes on this? Get a pen. Somebody hadn't done this already. I'm sure they have, but we'll get somebody to do it too. You got that pen yet? All right, get something to write on. Okay, draw a line from the great image I builded, which is the Sphinx. Draw a line from the Sphinx to the apex of the pyramid built as a gateway. Draw another opposite line of the same angle and direction. Dig there and find that which I have hidden. You shall find the underground entrance to the secrets hidden before you were men. Now ye, I know the mystery of the cycles that move in movements that are strange to the finite. For infinite are they beyond knowledge of man. Know ye that there are 9 of the cycles, 9 above and 14 below, moving in harmony to the place of joining that shall exist in the future time. Know you that the lords of the cycles are units of consciousness sent from the others to unify this with the all. Highest are they of the consciousnesses of all the cycles working in harmony with the law. Know that they in time will all be perfected, having none above and none below, but all one in a perfected infinity, a harmony of all in the oneness of all. Deep beneath the earth's surface in the halls of Amente sit the 7, the lords of the cycles. I and another, the Lord from below. Yet know thee that in infinity there is neither above nor below, but ever there is and ever shall be, oneness of all when it is all complete. Often have I stood before the lords of the all, often at the front of their wisdom, and have drunken and filled both my body and soul with their light. Spoke they to me and told me of the cycles, and the law that gives them the means to exist. I spake to the great Lord of 9, saying, O Thoth, great are ye among earth children, but mysteries exist of which you know not. You know that you came from a space-time below this, and you know that ye shall travel to a space-time beyond. But little you know of the mysteries within them. Little you know of the wisdom beyond. Know you that you as a whole in this consciousness are only a cell in the process of growth. The consciousness below thee is ever expanding in different ways from those known to you. Though in space-time below you, is ever growing in ways that are different from those that were a part of the ways of your own. Know that it grows as a result of your growth, but not in the same way that thou didst grow. The growth that thou had and have in the present have brought into being a cause and effect. No consciousness follows the path of those before it, else all would be repetition and in vain. Each consciousness in the cycle it exists in follows its own path to the ultimate goal. Each plays its part in the plan of the cosmos. Each plays its part in the ultimate end. The farther the cycle, the greater its knowledge and ability to blend the law of the whole. Know you that in the cycles below us, are working the minor parts of the law, while we of the cycle that extends to infinity take care of the striving and build the greater law. Each of his own part to play in the cycles, each has his own work to complete in his way. The cycle below you is not yet below thee, but only formed for a need that exists. For know that you that in the fountain of wisdom that sends forth the cycles is eternally seeking new powers to gain. Ye know that knowledge is gained only by practice, and wisdom comes forth only from knowledge, and thus are the cycles created by law. Means are they for gaining of knowledge, for the plane of law that is the source of all. The cycle below is not truly below, but only different in space and in time. The consciousness that is working there are testing lesser things than those that you are. And know, just as you are working on a greater, so above you there are those who are working as ye on yet other laws. He's talking about different dimensions. The difference that exists between the cycles is only inability to work within the law. We who have been in cycles beyond thee are those who first came forth from the source and have in the passage through time and space gained the ability to use the laws of the greater that are far beyond the conception of man. Nothing there is that is really below thee, but only a different operation of law. Look thee above or below you. The same shall ye find, for all is a part of the oneness that is at the source of the law. The consciousness below thee is part your own and a part of own as we are a part of yours. Ye as a child had not the knowledge that came to you when you became a man. Compare you the cycles to man and his journey from birth unto death, and see in the cycle below thee the child, with the knowledge he has. And see yourself as the child grown older, advancing in knowledge as time passes on. See ye we also the child grown to manhood, with the knowledge and wisdom that came with the years. So also, O Thoth, are the cycles of consciousness, children in different stages of growth, yet all from the one source, the wisdom, and all to the wisdom returning again. Ceased then he from speaking, and sat in the silence that comes to the Lord's. Then again spoke he unto me, saying, O Thoth, long have we sat in Amenti, guarding the flame of life in the halls, yet no, we are still a part of our cycles, with our vision reaching unto them and beyond them. I know we that of all nothing else matters except the growth we can gain with our soul. Know we that the flesh is fleeting, that things men count great are nothing to us. The things we seek are not of the body, but are only the perfected state of the soul. When ye as men can learn that nothing but progress of the soul can count in the end, then truly ye are free from all bondage, free to the work in the harmony of the law. That's absolutely true. You have to know, as soon as you know that this is that this is all an illusion, and you have to do the best that you can in this illusion so that your soul can grow and become something greater in another dimension after it's done here, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. Know, O man, that you should aim at perfection, for only thus can you attain the goal. That you should know that nothing is perfect, yet it should be the aim and the goal. So even though nothing is perfect, you should always shoot for perfection of the soul, and that comes to perfection of the soul comes to enlightenment and all this other stuff. Ceased again the voice of the nine, and into my consciousness the words had sunk. Now seek I ever more wisdom, that I may be perfected in the law with the all. Soon I go down to the halls of Amenti, to live beneath the cold flower of life. Ye whom I have taught shall never more see me, yet live I forever in the wisdom I taught. All that man is because of wisdom. All that he shall be is the result of his cause. Listen ye now to my voice, and become greater than common man. Lift your eyes upward. Let light fill your being. Be thou ever children of light. Only by effort shall you grow upward to the plane where the light is the all of the all. Be you the master of all that surrounds you. Never be mastered by the effects of your life. Create more than ever perfect causes, and in time thou shalt be a son of the light. Let your soul soar free ever upward, free from the bondage and the fetters of night. Lift your eyes to the sun in the sky space. For you, let it be a symbol of life. Know that you are the greater light, perfect in your own sphere, when you are free. Look not ever into the blackness. Lift up your eyes to the space above. Free, let your light flame upward, and you shall be called a child of the night. Emerald Tablets of Thoth, number 12, the law of cause and effect, the key of prophecy. Listen, you, O man, to the words of my wisdom. Listen to the voice of Thoth the Atlantean. Conquered have I the law of time, space. Knowledge have I gained of the future of time. Know I that man in his movement through space-time shall ever be one with the all. Know ye, O man, that all of the future is an open book to him who can read. All effect shall bring forth its causes, as all effects grew from the first cause. Know you that the future is not fixed or stable, but varies as cause brings forth an effect. Look in the cause, and thou shalt bring into being, and thou shalt surely see that all is effect. So, O man, be sure that the effects that you bring forth are ever causes of more perfect effects. Know that the future is never in fixation, but follows man's free will as it moves through the movements of time-space toward the goal where a new time begins. We just played Free Will there by Rush, and I hadn't read that. That's pretty interesting. I'm going to read that again. That was some good stuff. So, O man, be sure that the effects that you bring forth are ever causes of more perfect effects. I like that. Know you that the future is never in fixation, but follows man's free will as it moves through the movements of time-space towards the goal where a new time begins. Man can only read the future through the causes that bring the effects. Seek you within the causation, and surely you shall find the effects. Listen, O man, while I speak of the future, speak of the effect that follows the cause. Know you that man in his journey lightward is ever seeking escape from the night that surrounds him, like the shadows that surround the stars in the sky. And like the stars in the sky space lie too, shall shine from the shadows of night. He too, rather, shall shine from the shadows of night. Ever his destiny shall lead him onward, until he is one with the light. Aye, through his way lies midst the shadows. Ever before him glows the great light, dark through the way, but yet shall he conquer the shadows that flow around him like night. Far in the future I see man as light-born, free from the darkness that fetters the soul, living in light without the bounds of the darkness to cover the light that is the light of their soul. Know you, O man, before you attain this, that many the dark shadows shall fall on your light, striving to quench with the shadows of darkness the light of the soul that strives to be free. Great is the struggle between light and darkness, age-old and yet ever new. Yet know in time, far in the future, light shall be all, and darkness shall fall. Listen, O man, to my words of wisdom. Prepare, and ye shall not blind your light. Man has risen, and man has fallen, as ever new waves of consciousness flow from the great abyss below us towards the sun of their goal. Yes, my children have risen from a state that was little above the beast, until now of all men ye are greatest. Yet before thee there were others, greater than thee. Yet tell I thee as before, the others have fallen, and so also shall you come to an end. And upon the land where you now dwell, barbarians shall dwell, and in turn rise to light. Forgotten shall be the ancient wisdom, yet ever shall it live through the hidden, though hidden from men. I in the land thou callest Chem. Races shall rise, and races shall fall. Forgotten shalt thou be of the children of men, yet thou shalt have moved to a star space. Beyond this leaving, beyond this place where thou hast dwelt, the soul of man moves ever onward, bound not by any one star, but ever moving to the great goal before him, where he is dissolved in the light of the all. Know you that you shall ever go onward, moved by the law of cause and effect, until in the end both become one. This is talking about returning to the Creator, returning to the source. I, man, after ye have gone, others shall move in the place where you lived. Knowledge and wisdom shall all be forgotten, and only a memory of gods shall survive. As I to thee am a god by my knowledge, so you too shall be gods of the future, because of your knowledge far above theirs. Yet know you that all through the ages, man shall have access to law when he will. Ages to come shall see revival of wisdom to those who shall inherit thy place on this star. They shall in turn come into wisdom and learn to banish the darkness by light. Yet greatly must they strive through the ages to bring unto themselves the freedom of the light. Then there shall come unto man the great warfare that shall make the earth tremble and shake in its course. Aye, then shall the dark brothers open the warfare between light and the night. When man again shall conquer the ocean and fly in the air on wings like the birds, implying that we once all had the ability to fly, when he has learned to harness the lightning, then it shall be time for the warfare to begin. Great shall the battle he twixt the forces, great the warfare of darkness and light. Nations shall rise against nation, using the dark forces to shatter the earth. Talking about nuclear warfare here, aren't they? Weapons of force shall wipe out the earthman until half of the races of men shall be gone. Then shall come forth the sons of the morning and give their edict to the children of men, saying, O men, cease from thy striving against thy brother. Only thus can you come to the light. Cease from thy unbelief, O my brother, and follow the path, and you know are right. Then shall man cease from their striving, brother against brother and father against son. Then shall the ancient home of my people rise from its place beneath the dark ocean wave. Atlantis is going to re-rise, huh? That's nice to know. Too bad we'll all be wiped out to see it, though, right? I don't like the sound of this. This sounds like a threat. Then shall the age of light be unfolded, with all men seeking the light of the goal. Then shall the brothers of light rule the people. Banished shall be the darkness of night. What, the sun worshippers are going to take over? Is that what they're saying here? You know, I don't know if I like the sound of this. This to me sounds like the, you know, yeah, we're aliens. Yeah, we seeded you. And by the way, we're coming back and we're going to run shit again. I don't know if I like that. You know, that whole edict of be careful of, you know, the regime, the tyrannical regime that you kick out, because 99% of the time it gets replaced with something that's even worse than what you're kicking out. Yeah. I, the children of men, shall progress onward and upward to the great goal. Children of light they shall become. Flame of the flames shall their souls ever be. Knowledge and wisdom shall be man's in the great age, for he shall approach the eternal flame, the source of all wisdom, the place of beginning that is yet one with the end of all things. I, in a time that is yet unborn, all shall be one, and one shall be all. Man, a perfect flame of this cosmos, shall move forward to a place in the stars. I shall move even from out of this space-time into another beyond the stars. Long have you listened to me, O my children. Long have you listened to the wisdom of Thoth. Now I depart from you into darkness. Now go I into the halls of Amenti, there to dwell in the future, when light shall come again to man. Yet know ye, my spirit shall ever be with thee, guiding thy feet in the pathway of light. Guard you the secrets I leave with thee, and surely my spirit will guard you through life. Keep your eyes ever on the pathway to wisdom. Keep the light as your goal evermore. Fetter not your soul in bondage of darkness. Free let it wing in its flight to the stars. Now I depart thee to dwell in Amenti. Be thou my children in this life and in the next. The time will come when ye too shall be deathless, living from age to age, a light among men. Guard ye the entrance to the halls of Amenti. Guard ye the secrets I have hidden among ye. Let not the wisdom be cast to barbarians. Secret shall thou keep it for those who seek light. Now I depart. Receive thou my blessing. Take thou my way and follow the light. Blend thou your soul in the great essence. One with the great light, let your consciousness be. Call on me whenever you need me. Use my name 3 times in a row. Chequadet, Aurelek, Velamides. It's like fucking Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. That's always nice. Say the fucker's name 3 times and he appears. That doesn't make me, I don't know. That doesn't make me comfortable. But the next chapter we're going to be doing, chapter 13, the keys of life and death. The keys of life and death. Listen, you, O man, hear the wisdom. Hear ye the word that shall fill thee with life. Hear ye the word that shall banish the darkness. Hear ye the voice that shall banish the light. Or night, rather. Banish the night, not the light, sorry. Got to be specific here, because they're being pretty specific with what he's saying here, so want to make sure I get that right. Mystery and wisdom have I brought to my children, knowledge and power descended from old. Know you not that all shall be opened when you shall find the oneness of all? One shall you be with the masters of mystery, conquerors of death, and masters of life. Aye, you shall learn of the flower of Amenti, the blossom of life that shines in the halls. In the spirit shall you reach that halls of Amenti, and bring back the wisdom that liveth in the light. I mean, am I the only one that thinks every time he says that, he says something he's talking about? He sounds like a dimethyltryptamine trip. It just sounds to me like DMT. You know? As soon as you figure out you've got the most powerful hallucinogenic substance known to man inside your body, all of us do, and it's found on most things existing on this planet, you'll go into the halls of Menti and and be one with the light. Yeah, you sure as fuck will. Ho-ho. You know, you see those guys sitting cross-legged on the yoga mat saying they're high on life? You better believe it, buddy. Now you know what the fuck they're talking about. It does, though. Sounds like Thoth's about to fucking do a fucking battle line or something. Some fucking pure fucking human grade DMT. In spirit, you shall reach that halls of Amenti and bring back the wisdom that liveth in the light. Know you that the gateway to power is secret. Know you that the gateway to life is through death. Aye, through death, but not as you know death, but a death that is life and is fire and is light. Desireth thou to know the deep hidden secret? Look in your heart where the knowledge is bound. Know that in you the secret is hidden, the source of all life and the source of all death. There you go. It's talking about your pineal gland. Yeah. Source of all life and all death. There it is. The gateway into the non-material dimensions. There you go. Listen ye, O man, while I tell you the secret, and reveal unto thee the secret of old. Deep in earth's heart lies the flower, the source of the spirit that binds all in its form. Or know ye that the earth is living in a body, and thou art alive in thy own formed form. The flower of life is as thine own place of spirit, as your own place of spirit, and it streams through the earth as you flow through your form, giving of life to the earth and its children, renewing the spirit from form unto form. This is the spirit that is form of thy body, shaping and molding into its form. Know you, O man, that thy form is dual, balanced in polarity while formed in its form. Know that when fast on thee death approaches, it is only because thy balance is shaken. It is only because one pole has been lost. Know that the secret of life in Amenti is the secret of restoring the balance of poles. All that exists has form and is living because of the spirit of life in its poles. See you not that in earth's heart is the balance of all things that exist and have being on the face of the earth? The source of thy spirit is drawn from earth's heart. For in thy form thou art one with the earth. When you have learned to hold your own balance, then you shall draw on the balance of the earth. You shall then exist while earth is existing, changing in form only when earth too shall change, tasting not of death, but of oneness with this planet, holding your form until all things pass away. Listen, O man, while I give the secret, so that you too shall not taste of change. 1 hour each day, you shall lie with your head pointed to the place of the positive pole, north. 1 hour each day, your head shall be pointed to the place of the negative pole, south. While your head is placed to the northward, hold your consciousness from the chest to the head. And when your head is placed southward, hold your thought from your chest to your feet. Hold you in balance once in each 7, and your balance will retain the whole of its strength. Aye, if you be old, then the body will freshen, and the strength will become yours as of a youth's. This is the secret known to the masters, by which they hold off the fingers of death. Neglect not to follow the path that I have shown. For when you have passed beyond years to 100, to neglect, it will mean the coming of death. Hear you my words and follow the pathway. Keep thou thy balance and live on in life. Hear ye, O man, and listen to my voice. Listen to the wisdom that gives thee of death. When at the end of thy appointed work, thou may desire to pass from this life. Pass to the plane where the sons of the morning live and have become children of the light. Pass without pain and pass without sorrow into the plane where there is eternal light. First, lie at rest with your head to the eastward. Fold your hands at the source of the life, the solar plexus. Place your consciousness in the life seat. Whirl it and divide it to north and to south. Send thou the one out toward the northward. Send thou the other out to the south. Relax thou their hold upon thy being. Forth from thy form will thy silver spark fly, upward and onward to the sun of the morning, bleeding with light at once with its source. There it shall flame till desire shall be created, then shall return to a place in a form. Know you, O men, that thus pass the great souls, changing at will from life unto life. Thus ever passes the avatar, willing his death as he wills his own life. Listen, O man, drink of my wisdom. Learn you the secret that is the master of time. Learn you how those that you call masters are able to remember their lives of the past. Great is the secret, yet easy to master, giving to thee the mastery of time. When upon you death fast approaches, fear not, but know that you are a master of death. Relax the body. Resist not with tension. Place in thy heart the flame of your soul. Swiftly, then sweep it to the seat of the triangle. Hold for a moment, then move to the goal. This, your goal, is the place between your eyebrows, your pineal gland. The place where the memory of life must hold sway. Hold thou your flame here in the brain seat until the fingers of death grasp your soul. Then, as you pass through the state of transition, surely the memories of life shall pass too. Then shall the past be as one with the present. Then shall the memory of all be retained. For you shall be free from all retrogression. The things of the past shall live in today. Listen ye, O man, to the deep hidden wisdom. Listen to the world since the time of the dwellers, lost and forgotten by men of this age. This is the supplementary, by the way. Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Know you that this earth is but a portal, guarded by powers unknown to man. Yet the dark lords hide in the entrance that leads to the heaven-born land. Know you that the way to the sphere of Arulu is guarded by barriers opened only to light-born man. Upon earth, I am the holder of the keys to the gates of the sacred land. Command I by the powers beyond me to leave the keys to the world of man. Before I depart, I give you the secrets of how you may rise from the bondage of darkness. Well, bondage of darkness, from what I understand in this, is the soul being trapped in the material body. That's what the darkness is our soul is shadowed and kept in darkness by the body that entraps it. Know you that the soul must be cleansed of its darkness before you may enter the portals of light. Thus I established among you the mysteries, so that the secrets may always be found. I, though man may fall into darkness, always the light will shine as a guide. Hidden in darkness, veiled in symbols, always the way to the portal will be found. Man in the future will deny the mysteries, but always the way the seeker will find. Now I command you to maintain my secrets, giving only to those that you have tested, so that the pure may not be corrupted, so that the power of truth may prevail. Listen you now to the unveiling of mystery. Listen to the symbols of mystery that I give. Make of it a religion, for only thus will its essence remain. Regions there are, two between this life and the great one, traveled by the sands who depart from this earth. Duat, the home of the powers of illusion. Sekhet Hetspet, the house of the gods. Osiris, the symbol of the guard of the portal, who turns back the souls of unworthy men. Beyond lies the sphere of the human-born powers. Arulu, the land where the great ones have passed. There, when my work among men has been finished, will I join the great ones of my ancient home. He's talking about going through a portal into the other side, to the other realms here. 7 are the mansions of the house of the mighty. 3 guards the portal of each house from the darkness. 15 the ways that lead to the Duat. 12 are the houses of the Lord of Illusion, facing 4 ways, each of them different. 42 are the great powers, judging the dead who seek for the portal. 4 are the sons of Horus. 2 are the guards of east and west of Isis. The mother who pleads for her children, queen of the moon, reflecting the sun. Ba is the essence, living forever. Ka is the shadow that man knows as life. Bo cometh not until Ka is incarnate. These are mysteries to preserve through the ages. Keys are they of life and of death. Hear ye now the mystery of mysteries. Learn of the circle of beginningless and endless, the form of he who is one and in all. Listen and hear it. Go forth and apply it. And thus you will travel the way that I go, which is through a portal, motherfucker. That's what he made it sound like. You want to ride like I ride, fool? You know what you got to do. Damn, all right. You will travel the way that I go. You want to ride like me? You want to ride through the portal? Hey. Mystery in mystery, yet clear to the light born. The secret of all I now will reveal. I will declare a secret to the initiated, but let the door be wholly shut against the profane. 3 is the mystery. Come from the great one. Hear, and light on thee will dawn. In the primeval dwell 3 unities. Other than these, none can exist. These are the equilibrium, the source of creation. One God, one truth, one point of freedom. So God, truth, and freedom are the three. Three come forth from the three of balance: all life, all good, all power. Three are the qualities of God in his light home: infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite love. Three are the powers given to the masters to transmute evil, assist good, and use discrimination. Three are the things inevitable for God to perform: manifest power, wisdom, and love. Three are the powers creating all things: divine love, possessed of perfect knowledge; divine wisdom, knowing all possible means; divine power, possessed by the joint will of divine love and wisdom. Three are the circles or the states of existence: the circle of light, where dwells nothing but God, and only God can traverse it; the circle of chaos, where all things by nature arise from death; the circle of awareness, where all things spring from life. All things animate are of three states of existence: chaos or death, liberty in humanity, and felicity of heaven. Three necessities control all things: beginning in the great deep, the circle of chaos, and plenitude in heaven. Three are the paths of the soul: man, liberty, and light. Three are the hindrances: lack of endeavor to obtain knowledge, non-attachment to God, and attachment to evil. In man, the three are manifest. Three are the kings of power within. Three are the chambers of the mysteries, found yet not found in the body of man. Hear ye now of he who is liberated, freed from the bondage of life into light. Knowing the source of all the worlds shall be open. Aye, even the gates of Arulu shall not be barred. Yet heed, O man, who wouldn't enter heaven? If ye be not worthy, better it be to fall into the fire. Know ye that the celestials pass through pure flame at every revolution of the heavens, and they bathe in the fountains of light. Listen you, O man, to this mystery. Long in the past, before you were man-born, I dwelled in the ancient Atlantis. There in the temple I drank of the wisdom, poured as a fountain of light from the dweller. Give the key to ascend to the presence of light in the great world. Stood I before the Holy One, enthroned in the flower of fire. Veiled was he by the lightnings of darkness, else my soul by the glory would have been shattered. Forth from the feet of his throne like a diamond rolled forth 4 rivers of flame from his footstool, rolled through the channels of clouds to the man world. Filled was the hall with spirits of heaven. Wonder of wonders was the starry palace. Above the sky, like a rainbow of fire and sunlight, were formed the spirits. They sang the glories of the Holy One. Then from the midst of the fire came a voice.
Behold the glory of the first cause.
I beheld that light high above all darkness. Reflected in my own being, I attained, as it were, to the God of all gods, the Spirit Son, the sovereign of the sun spheres. There is one, even the first, who hath no beginning, who hath no end, who hath made all things, who govern all, who is good, who is just, who is illuminated, who sustains. Then from the throne there poured a great radiance, surrounding and lifting my soul by its power. Swiftly I moved through the spaces of heaven. Shown was I the mystery of mysteries. shown the secret heart of the cosmos. Carried was I to the land of Arulu, and I stood before the lords in their houses. Opened they the doorway so I might glimpse the primeval chaos. Shuddered my soul to the vision of horror, and shrank back my soul from the ocean of darkness. Then I saw the need for the barriers, and saw the need for the lords of Arulu. Only they, with their infinite balance, could stand in the way of the inpouring chaos. Only they could guard God's creation. Then did I pass around the circle of light. I saw all the souls who had conquered the darkness, and saw the splendor of light where they dwelled. Longed I to take my place in their circle, but longed I also for the way I had chosen. When I stood in the halls of Amenti and made my choice to do the work that I would do. Passed I from the halls of Arulu down the earth space where my body lay. Arose I from the earth where I rested. Stood I before the dweller. I gave my pledge to renounce my great right until my work on earth was completed, until the age of darkness be past. Listen, you, O man, to the words that I shall give you. In them shall you find the essence of life. Before I returned to the halls of Amenti, taught shall you be on the secrets of secrets, and how you too may arise to the light. Preserve them and guard them, hide them in symbols, so the profane will laugh and renounce. In every land form you the mysteries. Make the way hard for the seeker to tread. Thus will the weak and the wavering be rejected. Thus will the secrets be hidden and guarded, held till the time when the wheel shall be turned. Through the dark ages, waiting and watching, my spirit shall remain in the deep hidden land. When one has passed all the trials of the outer, summon you me by the key that you hold. Then will I, the initiator, answer. Come from the halls of the gods in Amenti. Then will I receive the initiate and give him the words of power. Hark ye, remember these words of warning. Come not to me, and bring not to me one lacking in wisdom, impure in heart, or weak in his purpose, or else I will withdraw you from your power to summon me from the place of my sleeping. Now, I've read this somewhere else before on the show about the pure of heart thing. Supposedly, there are certain people on the planet who have inside of our DNA, we have a code, and that code allows us to go into the temple where the portal is to go to the other side. That's what he's referencing here. The pure of heart, like it knows when you go to this. That's it's kind of like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know, when the Nazis open up the Ark of the Covenant, you know, and fucking shit comes out and zaps them. Yeah, that's what it has to do with. Now go forth you and summon my brothers, or summon your brothers, so that I may impart the wisdom of light to the path when my presence is gone. Come to the chamber beneath my temple and eat not food for 3 days until 3 days are past. There I will give you the essence of wisdom, so that with power you may shine amongst men. There I will give unto thee the secrets, so that you too may rise to the heavens. God-man in truth and in essence you be. Depart now and leave me while I summon those you know of, but yet don't know not. The secret of secrets. This is the final tablet of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. We're going to get into that here for you right now. Now ye assemble, my children, waiting to hear the secret of secrets, which shall give ye the power to unfold the God-man, and give ye the way to eternal life. Plainly shall I speak of the unveiled mysteries. No dark sayings shall I give unto thee. Open thy ears now, my children, and hear and obey the words that I give. First I shall speak of the fetters of darkness, which bind you in chains to the sphere of the earth. Darkness and light are both of one nature, different only in seeming, for each arose from the source of all. Darkness is disorder, light is order. Darkness transmuted is light of the light. This, my children, your purpose in being, transmutation of darkness to light. Hear ye now of the mystery of nature, the relations of life to the earth where it dwells. Know ye that you are threefold in nature, physical, astral, and mental in one. 3 are the qualities of each of the natures, 9 in all, as above, so below. In the physical are these channels, the blood which moves in vortical motion, reacting on the heart to continue its beating. Magnetism, which moves through the nerve paths, carrier of energies to all cells and tissues. Akasa, which flows through the channels, subtle yet physical, completing the channels. Each of the 3 attuned with each other, each affecting the life of the body. They form the skeletal framework through which the subtle ether flows. In their mastery lies the secret of life in the body, relinquished only by will of the adept when his purpose in living is done. 3 are the nature of the astral mediator, is between above and below, not of the physical, not of the spiritual, but able to move above and below. 3 are the natures of mind, carrier of the will of the Great One, arbitrator of cause and effect in your life. Thus is formed the threefold being, directed from above by the power of 4. Above and beyond man's threefold nature lies the realm of the spiritual self. 4 is it in qualities, shining in each of the planes of existence, but 13 in 1, the mystical number. Based on the qualities of man are the brothers. Each shall direct the unfoldment of being. Each channel shall be of the Great One. On earth, man is in bondage, bound by space and time to the earth plane. Encircling each planet, a wave of vibration binds him to his planet of unfoldment. Yet within man is the key to releasement. Within man may freedom be found. When you have released yourself from the body, rise to the outermost bounds of your earth plane. Speak you the word Dor-e-Lila, Dor-e-Lila. Then for a time your light will be lifted. Free may you pass through the barriers of space. For a time of half of the sun, 6 hours, free you may pass the barriers of the earth plane and see and know those who are beyond you. Yes, to the highest worlds you may pass. See your own possible heights of unfoldment. Know all earthly futures of soul. Bound are ye in your body, but by the power you may be free. This is the secret whereby bondage shall be replaced by freedom for you. Calm, let your mind be at rest. Let your body be. conscious only of freedom from flesh. Center your being on the goal of thy longing. Think over and over that thou wouldst be free. Think of this word, la il ganover. La il ganover. And over in thy mind let it sound. Drift with the sound to the place of your longing, free from the bondage of flesh by your will. Hear ye while I give the greatest of secrets, how you may enter the halls of Amenti and enter the place of the immortals as I did, and stand before the lords in their places. Lie down and rest your body. Calm your mind so that no thought disturbs you. Pure must you be in mind and in purpose, else only failure will come unto thee. Vision Amenti as I have told in my tablets. Long with the fullness of heart to be there. Stand before the lords in your mind's eye. Pronounce the words that I give you. Pronounce them mentally inside of your head. Mekut el Shab el Hal Serbin el Zabot Zin Ephron Quar el. That sounds like fucking Hebrew. Thoth is giving out Hebrew. Oh, that's just wonderful. That should tell you something right there. Relax thy mind and thy body. Then be sure your soul will be called. Now I give you the key to Shambhala, the place where my brothers live in the darkness. Darkness but filled with the light of the sun. Darkness of earth but light of the spirit guides you when my day is done. Leave thou your body as I have taught you. Pass to the barriers of the deep hidden place. Stand before the gates and their guardians. Command thy entrance by these words. I am the light. In me is no darkness. Free am I from the bondage of night. Open thou the way of the 12 and the 1, so I may pass to the realm of wisdom. When they refuse you, as surely they will, command them to open by these words of power. And these words of power are, I am the light. For me, there are no barriers. Open, I command, by the secret of secrets. Adam, El, Ahim, Sabur, Zu, Adam. Then if thy words have been truth of the highest, open for thee the barriers will fall. Now I leave thee, my children. Down yet up to the halls I shall go. Win you the way to me, my children, and truly my brothers you shall become. Thus finish I my writings. Keys let them be to those who come after, but only to those who seek my wisdom. For I am only for these am I the king and the way. You always got to love that. It's always, I think there's some fascinating stuff in these tablets, and I'm glad we read them. But when it's all said and done, it still kind of feels like follow me, obey me, do things my way, and if you do things the way I tell you to do it and do it my way, then you're going to have eternal life, or you're going to have power, and the rest of this stuff. This just kind of sounds like the makings of a cult and religion and everything else that we've known. It kind of sounds like the blueprint for all that. But at the same time, I don't think that we can overlook this information with just that. I mean, at the same time, it still warrants looking into. At the same time, there's still things here that, the stuff about the halls of Amenti and inner earth and all this different stuff, Shambhala. I mean, it's highly interesting stuff. And the way that it coincides with a lot of the stuff that was in the Lost Book of Enki, it's very fascinating. But ultimately, I mean, I think that it's pretty clear, at least in my opinion, from the research I've done, that if you and I were to go to some other planet and find a primitive race and start having sex with them, we could pretty much set ourselves up as gods if they were more primitive than we are. And that's what all these guys did. They went around, and the earth was so big and they had free reign. They went all over the earth setting themselves up as gods. Because on their planet, allegedly, they it was very difficult to get that kind of power. Everybody was subservient to the power structure. So here they are, given free reign on a new planet and a new species. And, as above, so below. What happens when, you get a little power? Everybody wants to be a god, or starts fancying themselves gods and the rest of this. So